What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Let's get it, man. Yeah. I told you I'd be back. I'm early for once. Shout out to you, Shadow. We in here. Let's get it, man. I told y'all I had to run some errands and I was coming back. Do I ever disappoint? Okay then. Notification gang gang, Smoke D's. Hey, how's it going? How are you doing today? Borgos. We in this thing. Orlando in this thing. Yeah, man. We working. As you guys know, I go by the name of Ego, aka Young Credentials, aka Mr. Stream King. You know I'm the Stream King. God bless your channel. Thank you, man. Shout out to the support. Ego, LA was good yesterday. Canelo and Triple G. I'll be working in LA next week. I just got hired for a project. I'll be at the WBC office, West Side. We bout business. Shout out to Fort Worth, Texas. Money Pal in the building. Sir Money Pal. His son is fighting in Paris upcoming. Ones to watch. Make sure you guys check out Money Pal. Damn, my bro, almost forgot to like. Yeah, make sure y'all smash the like button. It shows YouTube the engagement. It shows that we working. Fans are engaged. That's right. Congrats, bro. Yeah, make sure y'all check out Money Pal the 4th. He's coming. His dad is in the stream. See, and this is the thing. I love talking to his dad because he talks boxing from a realistic standpoint. We have conversations all the time, just breaking down the game. You know what I mean? He's got his son in the game. And it's realistic. A lot of fans, I'm trying to tell you, with new media, you see what Dante did, we called Abel Sanchez, went straight to the source, asked realistic questions that the fans want to know. And that's what it's about. That's what the game is about. The new game, the new media game. New media is awesome. Yeah, I feel it. I agree with you, Money. I feel like for the first time, the fans really have a voice. Like people, and I'm not saying it's just me and Dante, but I know for a fact that me and Dante showed a lot of people the way. Because people, to be honest, me and Dante talked about this. People used to leave comments like, oh, you think you're a real reporter and you can't do, you know what I mean? You didn't even go to school for that. They used to say stuff like that. And then me and Dante went from doing videos at home to being able to cover fights, to having a crowd, to having an audience, being able to speak to the trainers and fighters and stuff and cover some of the biggest fights, you know what I mean? I was at Canelo versus Triple G last year. So, you know what I mean? A lot of people didn't take this. I'm talking about when we came in. A lot of people didn't take this YouTube game serious. Now everybody wants to do it, at least in the boxing world. You know what I'm saying? People want to do it, but we came in at a time where we were on the front line. People were like, oh, you want to be journalists? You think you're this and that? Like, and then we show people the way. We show people that you can have your opinion, be respectful, be professional, and come up through the rankings. Not just the traditional old media way. You know what I mean? No doubt. Thanks for doing what you do. Yeah, man. And see, this is the thing with this new media stuff. The whole thing is some people, oh, you hate this fighter, you're biased. It's not about that. It's about inclusion, making sure guys who get slept on or the underdog who aren't getting the same exposure, the same limelight, the same attention are being talked about too. It's about equality more than exclusion. See, what old media did is exclusion. You know what I mean? You have prominent voices like Jim Lampley, and he's talking about the Gotti list. Rest in peace to Arturo Gotti. But Arturo Gotti lost to Mickey Ward in the first fight. He got beat up by Alfonso Gomez. Floyd Mayweather definitely pieced him up. And I'm not talking bad about the deceased. These are all facts. Oscar De La Hoya stopped him. But Jim Lampley found a way to take a warrior, someone that we all know and love, and pander to the casuals. Like, yeah, he was blood, sweat, and tears, which boxing is a part of that. And he found a way to infuse that, you know what I mean? Because everyone respects a warrior. I mean, who doesn't respect a warrior? But then at the same time, he uses that list, and he doesn't use it for good. He uses it to shit on the skillful guys, Edeslani Lara, the Floyd Mayweathers, the Rigondeaux, Vladimir Klitschko. You know what I mean? So that's just my 2 cents on that whole matter. Let's do a Boxing Ego roll call. I really like to see where you guys are from. City, state, zip, rep where you from. Let me know where you guys are from, and then we'll talk about everything. Wilder Ortiz is this weekend. Abel Sanchez lost major credibility. So sad to see. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Athens. We're going to get to the roll call, and we'll talk about Abel. South Carolina, 336, North Carolina, Newark, New Jersey, Homer Shakur Stevenson. Shout out to y'all. KC, Yuba City, Harrisburg, East Orange, New Jersey, Cape, California, West London, England, and it's cold right now, he says. Chicago, Garfield Park Boxing, North Hollywood, Elizabeth City, North Carolina, KC, Missouri, Chicago. We worldwide, baby. From the Bay, San Diego, Mexico, 407, Orlando, Florida, Fort Worth, Texas, 864, South Carolina, Tucson, Puerto Rico. We everywhere, man. Shout out to Jamba Juice. Baltimore, be more in the house. Now, I want to get straight to it, so I'm sure more people will come in. Let's talk about these. DMV is in the building. We'll do another roll call at the end. Yeah, I didn't get to finish talking about the Abel Sanchez because I had to go get a shape up, but Detroit in the building. I want to respond to that comment about Abel Sanchez lost major credibility. I agree because, like I said before, you can't make such a broad, general statement like that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Money Powell. His dad is in the stream right now. His son is a young, up-and-coming black fighter, undefeated, great style, great frame. He could probably move up later in life. You know what I mean? So if you just type in Money Powell, the 4th highlights, and just watch him. He's a youthful kid, you know what I'm saying? He's young, and who knows what his ceiling is gonna be, you know what I mean? And he's already sparred with people like Tony Harrison. He got some feedback and pointers and praise from Jamal Charlo, a junior middleweight champion who has what it takes to maybe be a champion at 160, you know what I mean? And see, he said it right there. My son isn't boring. Ha ha ha. That's it, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you can't ostracize a whole community or a whole, especially based on what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, type in Money Powell. I could pull up his highlights right now, and you tell me if you're absolutely bored out of your wits watching it. You know what I mean? So for Abel to say that again, I feel it's very racially insensitive and it's irresponsible. And like, I would respect it more if, let's say, something slipped out of your mouth and it didn't come out right, because we're human. That all happens, or not all, but that could happen. Like where you said something, you're like, man, I should have worded it better. But then you correct it. You're in front of cameras and stuff. You just straight out leave it like that. Black fighters can't sell. Black fighters have a style that is basically boring and unpleasing to the fans. So why are there so many black stars in the sport? Why are there so many black fighters that are good? They should be the outcast of boxing, right? You know what I mean? But to be honest, I would say there's probably, if you look at the whole scope of boxing, every division, boxing probably has the most black and Mexican champions and or fighters that are at the top of their divisions. You know what I mean? If we really want to talk about stereotypes and stuff like that. So it's not right to make broad generalizations like that. Abel tried to rationalize it with DBN. It didn't work. I only caught glimpses of it. I want to sit down, eat my popcorn, and listen to everything. I didn't get to hear everything. Abel could have cleaned it up and made a clarification. Terry Norris does not have a Mexican style of fight, nor does Canelo have a Mexican style of boxing either. That's what I'm saying. And then in the same interview, see, you got to know your boxing history. Even though he trained Terry Norris, once again, Terry Norris didn't have a Mexican style, and Abel Sanchez tried to claim credit for teaching him the Mexican style. You know what I mean? So I don't agree with that assessment either. But either way, and I got a fire video coming too. Either way, I'll give Abel Sanchez credit, right? Fuck it. Abel, you get credit. You taught a Mexican style. But guess what? Terry Norris has speech impediments, and he can barely talk. And this is not disrespecting a legend. I love Terry Norris. You know what I mean? I respect Terry Norris. I salute him for what he did, but that's a fact. You know what I mean? I don't know if he has CTE or whatever, but Terry Norris, the way boxing has been set up, especially for the throwback fighters, Muhammad Ali had Parkinson's, and you see Freddie Roach with Parkinson's. You know what I mean? Guys going 15 rounders, and maybe different referees make decisions to let fights go and let that punch slide, and you know what I mean, stuff like that. And it's literally, so Abel is giving credit. Oh yeah, I taught him Mexican style. Well, teach him how to talk again, because that's what he's dealing with right now. You know what I mean? Loss of motor skills, speech impediment, like people say, punch drunk, CTE, whatever you want to call it, right? Where you have a lack that the average person who just went to school and is a teacher, they don't have these same issues. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, I'm not trying to be rude, but I've had a lot of teachers and they don't talk like Brandon Rios or Terry Norris or whatever. We know what that comes from. You know what I mean? Brandon Rios has, like, when you hear him, there's like a drawl like to his voice. It's not every fighter, it just depends on what style of fight you fought. There's a guy that just died, and he was the winner of his fight. He just literally died. I think it was in the UK. He just died from winning a fight. You know what I'm saying? And this is what Abel Sanchez is promoting, and he's trying to promote to the youth, hey, this is what you have to be. I don't agree with that, and I'll never agree with that, because I think defense is important in being a well-schooled, well-rounded fighter. Even throwback people like Customato knew that. You know what I mean? Customato wasn't, he was a trainer. He wasn't talking like, I literally, one of my favorite training clips, little moments of Customato and Mike Tyson together, is Mike Tyson is in the ring doing all this like explosive looking drills and on the mitts, and Customato's like, there you go, that's it, the art of boxing. He says, where you can hit him and he can't hit you back. The art of hit and don't get hit. That's how you last in the sport. You know what I'm saying? And y'all talking about Mexican style. There's been a lot of great Mexican count. Juan Manuel Marquez, Canelo, Finito Lopez. The Mexican style is not, there's no Mexican style, because if it's Mexican style, then that means every Mexican should have it, and that's not the case. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of like that Lampley tip of the Gotti list. That's cool. But what happened to the Gotti list when he was fighting Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather? He lost them fights. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather's undefeated. Like he always says, right? He said, I got all my faculties intact. Arturo Gotti, I remember, I think his last fight, or one of them, he fought Alfonso Gomez, who Canelo destroyed basically. Well, it was kind of challenging, but Canelo stopped him. Anyway, Alfonso Gomez cut what's the name's lip, and it was just like a massive cut, and he was on the canvas bleeding and stuff. Like, that's cool, that's some movie shit, but at the end of the day, boxing is not always gonna be like that. That's not all what boxing is about. So if you watch boxing for that, then watch UFC, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of gore in UFC. Maybe that will better suit your needs. And people like, I don't condone kind of what Abel Sanchez was basically alluding to. I didn't get to watch the whole interview with Dante because I was live streaming, and then I ended up going to get edged up. But this is the other thing. He as a Mexican American, To my knowledge, that's his ethnicity and background. He, as a Mexican American, is trying to speak heavily on the black experience as a fighter and what they need to do as black fighters in order to really excel in this game of boxing. And the thing that I resent personally about Abel Sanchez doing that is because to me it's BS. Because I'm gonna give you an example. To the actual casuals and or racist, it doesn't matter if you don't favor a particular race, then it doesn't matter what you do, you will never please them. You will never please them. Say it with me. To an actual racist, you can never please them if you don't meet the criteria that they already are predisposed to liking. So if you don't like black fighters by and large, then no matter how you act, inside or outside the ring, a racist person was not going to like it. And then I heard Abel Sanchez basically saying, oh, yeah, it's just not going to sell if a black fighter does this. But listen, I could tell you black fighters that trash talk, that talk ignorant, that talk villainous, whatever you want. Like, let's say Floyd Mayweather, trash talker. Broner, immature sometimes, trash talker for sure. Deontay Wilder talking a gang of shit about Anthony Joshua, right? But you also have people like Andre Ward and Tim Bradley and Terrence Crawford. They don't really go out of they're no punks, but they don't go out of their way to trash talk people. Like, when have you ever seen a Tim Bradley explosive ass press conference like Adrian Broner? You don't really see that. Bradley's a different man, different upbringing, different personality traits, and you don't really typically see Tim Bradley like, oh man, Mikey Garcia, I'm gonna beat his ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? You didn't really see Bradley doing all that. Like, oh, Pacquiao, I'm gonna beat his ass. You know, TB, Tim Bradley, Desert Storm, all that. You don't really see that. And my point being is, no matter what those black fighters give you, you still had people who are racist that don't like any of them. Oh, I don't like Floyd because he trash talk. Well, what about Andre Ward? He's not trash talking. He's a family man. He's a God-fearing man. And you still don't like him. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I know it's BS. Because no matter what personality trait, you can always, oh, I don't like Deontay Wilder because he's a trash talker, right? Okay. But you like Conor McGregor, who's a trash talker. A hater will hate no matter what. That's what I'm saying. It's very apparent. You know what I mean? Broner says, I just beat the F out of a Mexican, but he also says Dominican, African, and all that. You hate him for it. He needs to be banned and suspended from boxing. But Abel Sanchez takes something, and he actually targets a whole race and makes a statement that's easily to prove to be false. I just told you, Money Pal sparred with Jamal Charlo, and they're two exciting black fighters. So that's just easily off the top of my head, two black fighters that have a lot of potential and that are exciting. So when you say something, it shouldn't be that easy to disprove within seconds. You know what I mean? No Google, no Wikipedia needed. You could just easily disprove it seconds after hearing it. And we could do this all day. Wilder is exciting, both in the ring and out. The stuff he's saying. Aside from like Cannon Briggs, who else is trash talking and you know what I mean, getting the people aggravated under people's skin, getting people motivated in the heavyweight division? Tyson Fury, Cannon Briggs, and Deontay Wilder. And 2 of the 3 are black. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Hold up. He also said Errol Spence needs to stop trash talking. All I've ever seen Spence do is call out the best in his division. That's what a fighter's supposed to do. It's not trash talk. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, listen. That, like, Abel Sanchez, who made him the decipher on what black fighters need to do to excel? He's not even a promoter. So how's he know? You know what I'm saying? And see, listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest. It sounds like Abel Sanchez made some comments that most people are saying are stupid. Fans are like, "Oh, Canelo was right. He's a pendejo," right? Right? So now he's trying to deflect and talk about something else. But again, who made Abel Sanchez the master on marketing black fighters? He doesn't have many black fighters in his gym that he immediately trains or promotes. I'm not talking about sparring partner. I'm talking about people in his gym. So how does he know what Errol Spence needs to do in his career? He doesn't oversee Errol Spence. He's not the boss of Errol Spence. So that makes it worse that you're trying to switch gears and talk about something else. Second of all, I know Errol Spence, and I don't really hear him trash talk. Him and Terrence Crawford are very similar, eager and hungry to prove their worth. Don't really trash talk, but if provoked, they'll show you where they're from. They'll show you they're no punk. Oh, I'm from Omaha 402. Man down, I'm from DeSoto, Texas. You know what I mean? So they're no punks. So what is he even talking about? Errol Spence is not no major trash talker. If anything, he's calling people out, and maybe occasionally he'll get sick of having to call out Keith Thurman 1,000 times. So he said, "Oh, he can get it. I'll knock him out. I'll give him that smoke. He don't want no smoke." But what are you talking about? Errol Spence is just a major trash talker. And see, this is how I know Abel. There's for every Abel saying that Errol Spence needs to stop trash talking, but I literally seen, and they talked about this with Errol Spence on the Breakfast Club interview, or Sway in the Morning, Sway's Universe, one of them interviews that Errol Spence did, which is on YouTube, which is where I seen it, and they asked him, they said, "Errol Spence, what about building your profile by trash talking or something like that?" And he was like, "Yeah, a lot of people say, why don't you be more like this guy, be more like Broner, da da da." But he's like, "I'm just me." So he's like, "I'm not gonna do something that I don't feel like is me, because if I did, then I wouldn't be being true to myself, and I wouldn't be me." So what is Abel talking about? He trash talks too much. You know what I mean? And the thing is, there are people that say, "Oh, Errol Spence needs to trash talk more. He needs to be more like Adrian Broner, and he'll be." But this is my case in point, and I know you guys can't disprove it. It's a catch-22 lose-lose situation for a black fighter with old media, with actual racists, people like that. And I'm gonna tell you, Errol Spence, oh, he's too quiet. Terrence Crawford, they need to excite the fans. Okay, well, Deontay Wilder is exciting the fans by trash talking. And guess what they've been saying? "Oh, he's about to get knocked the fuck out by Luis Ortiz this weekend. He needs to stop focusing on AJ. He needs to focus on the person in front of him. He needs to shut the fuck up, stop running his mouth." You know what I'm saying? So which one is it? You're never going to please everybody, because Wilder is doing what some of those fans say Errol Spence is doing or needs to do, and what Terrence Crawford needs to do. And they telling him to shut the fuck up, and he needs to stop running his mouth, or like, "Oh, this is the first guy you fought that's not a bum, and you keep talking about Joshua, you're about to get knocked out." So which one do you want? That's what I'm saying. You can't please a racist. You just simply can't. Because no matter what you do, it's not going to be good enough. Period. Trap media, boxing ego. The thing is, they will always move the finish line. Even with Loma, there is no way a black fighter would be mentioned in pound for pound with 11 fights and a loss, no matter how talented. We know why. Absolutely right. You know how I know you're right? Because there's a black fighter right now that went to the Olympics, got robbed. We all know he got robbed. And he's been on top for 20 years, and he's been undefeated, unlike Lomachenko, who has a loss, and he still doesn't get his credit. So, of course, there's no way that a person, if Floyd Mayweather can't get it credit in 20 years, right, undefeated, beating all the champs, clearly Floyd has a better resume and beat more champions and former champions than Lomachenko in that few fights, and he still can't get his credit. So you know they wouldn't have gave him no 11 fights and gave him all that credit. But I mean, I agree. I think, and like I said, just like the movie Bloodsport, the Kumite, the beauty of it is you have people from around the world, different styles. Yeah, like I said, that African guy was like some kind of monkey style, You had that sumo wrestling style. You had guys from Paris. You had Van Damme, who was supposed to be from America, etc. Bolo from China. And they mesh and they all fight. Styles make fights. That's what it is. So I don't want to see everyone a villain. I don't want to see everyone trash talking. You need the good guys in boxing, but you also need the villains and the trash talkers and the in-betweens. Some people who have the switch to do either way. So shout out to you for trying to correct me when you're wrong. Van Damme is French, but he played an American named Frank Dukes. Put up your Dukes, right? And he played him in Bloodsport. So you tried to correct me, but you were actually wrong. Yes, I understand Van Damme is French and he's from Belgium, but he was playing an American character, Frank Dukes, in Bloodsport, which is what I said. He played a character from America. So shout out to you for trying to correct me when you were wrong. Anyway, yeah, it just doesn't make sense. And like I said, who made Abel Sanchez the king of what black fighters should do with their careers? You're not a promoter. How do you know? And see, listen, this is the thing when it comes to, let's say, other races outside of the black race. If Lomachenko and Golovkin were naturally, their personality was trash talkers, then Abel would be riding with that, especially his fighter, Triple G. If Triple G was just like a Broner type, then he would ride. He would. But since Golovkin is humble and he's quiet, then I guess Abel's trying to say, oh, Errol Spence and all these other guys need to stop trash talking just because your guy's humble and he don't trash talk much. It don't work like that. Because guess what? Conor McGregor talks big shit and he's more well known than Golovkin in America, and they both came from outside of America. So much for that stop trash talking stuff. Because like I said, Conor McGregor from Ireland got a bigger brand, bigger name than Triple G. You look at, and men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Conor McGregor's UFC bouts versus guys like Chad Mendes, Nick Diaz, look at those numbers. Those were doing over 1 million. Golovkin has never done over 1 million until he got with the known A side and he was the B side. And that was against Canelo. But his other fights where he was the star power, he was getting top billing, David Lemieux and Danny Jacobs, the pay-per-view numbers were trash. So again, it just counteracts and contradicts everything Abel's saying. Abel's saying black fighters don't sell for the reason of they don't appease the fans. But why is there a black fighter with all the records? Floyd Mayweather, right? And if Golovkin has every ingredient that you're saying fighters should have, come forward, heart, he has a crazy chin, he has power, he's a finisher, he goes for the knockout, even though he hasn't been able to finish his last 2 people, but before that he finished 23 people in a row, right? Then why isn't he a major, huge star when he's not paired with another big star like Canelo? Why is he not doing these radical pay-per-view numbers versus Lemieux and Jacobs? He has all of what you're saying that the black fighters are lacking. So it doesn't make sense at all. Triple G Duck Ward. That's old news. I've been known about that. That's true though. Triple G doesn't carry that kind of fan base where he can fight nobodies at this point. I agree. Like I said, I'm not deconstructing what they work for. He does good in terms of selling tickets in the venues. If he goes on like regular HBO, he'll probably do over 1 million, right? But what Abel's talking about is something different. He's not doing like, you can't say black fighters are boring and that's why they don't put up numbers. And Floyd Mayweather put up in every, listen, Floyd May, every, challenge me. I'm waiting for someone to challenge me. Every single one of Floyd Mayweather, since he's been Money Mayweather, every single one of his pay-per-views that he fought a guy has done better than Golovkin's pay-per-views without Canelo. And the reason I say without Canelo is because Canelo was already on pay-per-view multiple times too, and he's the A side. But the Lemieux and the Jacobs fight, Floyd has trumped by a long shot. Even the fight that people complained about, Floyd versus Andre Berto on pay-per-view, right? Which I think had a higher price point than Golovkin versus Lemieux. Even that, even Floyd Berto did better than Triple G Jacobs, Triple G Lemieux. So what are you really saying? Look, my shooters on deck. Mayweather Mosley did 1.4 million homes. Canelo versus Triple G, 1.3 million homes. So what is Abel like? See, this is the thing. Like I said, if someone says something, like when I have people in the hot seat, you notice they don't easily refute what I say within seconds. It always takes an hour for them to respond. They start saying, "Oh, your beard's too long. You're ugly." You know what I mean? They're saying stuff that has nothing to do with the argument. But with Abel, I'm refuting what he says using factual information that anybody with a computer can look up. And I don't have to go do research. I don't have to go do research. This is stuff off the top of my head, and I can tell you that that's false. You know what I mean? And even like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, why isn't Kovalev on pay-per-view? He's action. He's a power puncher. He's a body boxer puncher. Why is he not a pay-per-view star? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense what Abel is saying. Because there's a lot of guys, even there's a lot of non-black guys who are exciting. Oscar Valdez, right? He's exciting. Why is he not on pay-per-view? You know what I mean? He got the cool looking tats. He has a pet alligator. Exciting fighting style. Why is he not on pay-per-view? So you can't relegate this to black people are the only ones not selling. Who is a pay-per-view star outside of Canelo and AJ? You know what I mean? New media came to shut things down, and that's what's been happening. Canelo says Triple G never talks smack and that Abel always opened his mouth, LOL. Oh no, Boxing Ego, I said the same exact thing, asking why is Triple G not a pay-per-view fighter? That's what I'm saying. You can take what Abel said and immediately use him against him. Okay, let's say black fighters ain't shit. Black fighters no one wants to see. Black fighters, they can't sell. They're boring. Cool. They're runners, they're boring, whatever you want to say. Cool. So you have a fighter who's non-black, who's not doing any of that in Triple G, and again, his pay-per-view numbers have been trash. And less has been with Canelo. So explain that. He has everything that you're saying boxing needs and boxing wants to see. He's telling you the fight fans don't want to see the sweet science. They want to see mindless action or non-stop action and people get hurt. Triple G hurts people. So why is he not this major pay-per-view star? He's not black, and he has all the ingredients that you said black fighters are missing. Exactly. And then, like, man, I didn't even watch all of Dante because, like I said, I was on the live, and then I went to get my haircut. But he started switching gears, talking about Donald Trump and building walls. We're not talking about building walls. We're not talking about Trump. Trump says a lot of lunacy. You know what I mean? Let's focus back on your comments about black fighters can't sell. Let's focus on they have a style nobody wants to see. Fuck what Trump's talking about. And he's, oh, my people, they're trying to build a wall in exile. Like, I feel you, dog, but let's get back to what you said. You know what I mean? No one can control what the president of the United States is talking about non-boxing related. You know what I mean? Stop trying to... See, I'm going to tell you, this is what the casuals do, or people when they're getting drilled with the points, is they deflect and switch the situation, or then they'll switch the topic to something you may agree with, and that's what they call winning. Like, there's a lot of people, including me, that think that a lot of Trump's policies, or like trying to build a wall, and what he said about Mexicans and Muslims and stuff, I think it's not right. But that's what they try to do. They try to deflect to something else that has nothing to do with the situation at all, that you might agree with. You know what I'm saying? And in you agreeing with that, then they'll be like, oh, he's on my side now. For example, if we're arguing over if black fighters are boring and if they can't sell, no one wants to see their style. And then I'm like, hey, but Round Table has the best pizza. Now, some of you guys might agree with me, but Round Table having the best pizza had nothing to do with the argument. We're talking about black fighters stylistically. Can they sell? And does anyone want to watch them? So by me saying, oh, Five Guys cheeseburgers are fucking delicious. Yeah, you might agree with me on the Five Guys comment, but the Five Guys had nothing to do with the actual issue at hand. See, I've been doing this too long. Shout out to new media with the hot seat. So I see it coming a mile away. I see what people try to do. They'll try to switch gears and talk about something else that you may be able to relate to. And that thing that you're relating to really had nothing to do with the actual subject at hand. And that's prime political deflection tactics. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Trump, they're investigating Comey and the FBI. They found this dirt on this former Trump cabinet employee. But Hillary in the emails, we're not talking about Hillary. We're not talking about no email. We're talking about the question we asked you, and you bringing up Hillary. See, now you might agree with what Hillary did on the emails, but that had nothing to do with it. Do you guys get what I'm saying? And that's the common, you see it a lot in politics, but that's what happened. Fox News does it all the time. You see it, and we see this coming a mile away. We see that you're not even focused on the actual issue at hand, right? If I said something, oh, Mexicans are all brawlers, and then someone started drilling me on it, and I'm like, yeah, but In-N-Out has the best cheeseburgers. You guys would be like, what? Like, In-N-Out, the double doubles are fucking delicious, but that has nothing to do with the initial comment that we're questioning. Boxing got way too much politics. Not really. And the only politics are the ones that you guys accept and y'all create. You know what I mean? It's the people that allow this stuff. If you allow trainers to just say whatever and fighters to say whatever and there's no accountability, then that's what it is. They're going to keep doing it. It's a shame you didn't call DB in during the live call to call Abel out. Yeah, I talked to Dante through text, and he was like, man, he said, you should have joined the call. That would have been fun. Yeah, it would have. Yeah, I'm not here to talk about politics, like actual politics and my views on politics. See, once again, deflection. We're talking about what happened in boxing. People go, hey, show me your haircut. Are you Republican or Democrat? I don't really care about nothing. None of that. But yeah, I don't know what he was thinking, making that vague and that general of a statement. Yeah, and like I said, see, this is the thing. People just accept that. People just hear the trainer say whatever, like, oh, I'm gonna get some cool views on this. You know what I mean? And that's all they care. They don't care if it makes sense. They don't have a follow-up question. They just, oh shit, I'm gonna get some cool views off of this. You know what I mean? This is a catchy title. This quote he just said. That's what I'm saying. Y'all keep accepting Freddie Roach in China talking about, get this Jew out of here. Mexican motherfucker. Like, what? And y'all just good with that. Okay. Freddie Roach got lightweight gangster with that. He's like, Mexican motherfucker. Like, he had a little Samuel L. Jackson in him. Talking about Mexican motherfucker. Get him out of here, Mexican motherfucker. Like, damn, okay. I don't even know why he said that. Get this Jew out of here. What does him being Jewish have to do with anything? Mexican motherfucker. Like, what is it? Crazy. Crazy. See, and I said this in the earlier stream. I'm gonna repeat it. Make sure y'all smash the like button. We should really be in triple digits. Ego Army stand up. Ego Mafia. We are the mob. Money on top of boxing. I understand he was talking about Ellie, who is Jewish or from Israel or whatever. But why did he say that? What does that have? What does Ellie's ethnicity have to do with anything? Like, why couldn't you say, hey, get Ellie out of here, get ES News out of here? What does his background have to? You know what I'm saying? Get this black bitch out of here. Like, why would you, what? Where does that come from? Boxing Ego, do you ever go on Reddit? Because they'll probably be against you because you speak the truth. I don't give a fuck about Reddit. I don't care who's mad. I don't care who goes against me. Listen, I speak my mind. I don't care because Reddit's a bunch, like I use Reddit, but I'm just saying it's a forum style thing. There's no accountability. It's just like a forum. You know what I mean? Like some of these boxing websites have forums and you see the craziest comments like, Wilder's the biggest bitch ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? So anyone could say something in the forum with no face, no profile picture, just a comment. I don't care about stuff like that. You know what I mean? So Reddit, they could say whatever they want about me. But yeah, just disappointed that Abel Sanchez took it there. And like I said earlier in the stream, this is my thing. My thing is this. Your fighter's from Kazakhstan. Canelo's from Guadalajara, Mexico. What do black fighters have to do with that? I don't even know the undercard. I don't even know if there's black fighters on the undercard. I don't know who's on the undercard. But as a main event, black, that has nothing to do. No one's talking about black Canelo. It's not, his name ain't Canelo Jenkins, or you know what I'm saying? Like LaMarcus Golovkin, there's no black person in the main event. So what does a black fighter have to do with this? That's why I didn't even understand that. You know what I mean? And again, code word, why does Abel Sanchez have to bring up Mayweather to slander Canelo? You know what I mean? It's just little slick talk like that. I see what people are doing. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand it. You know what I mean? Like, bottom line is there's been a lot of people from different races who have done egregious things in boxing, like quit or whatever. But why doesn't Abel cite any of that? You had to bring up Mayweather, who had nothing to do with this fight. You know what I mean? And let's talk about this whole running thing. Stop. Let Canelo fight. See, this is the thing. Listen, you don't get to tell your opponent how to fight you. You make them fight you the way that you want them to fight you. Renee's blocked because I seen the stupid stuff they keep putting. Yo, Ego, breaking news. Luis Ortiz may have a hand injury. Sacramento in the house. Where you hear about a hand injury? Damn, it's fight week. I don't know. I didn't hear nothing about no hand injury, so I don't know. They just had a media day, and I thought he was... I don't know. I didn't watch no videos, but I seen a picture of him, so I don't know what's good with that. Anyway, it doesn't seem like no one else has really heard about it, so I'm not gonna spend too much. Someone said excuses to me. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what they do. When Wilder was pressing AJ and Joseph Parker, shut up, Wilder. Go fight Luis Ortiz, will you? Because they knew no one wanted to really fight him because he was high risk, low reward. Then Ortiz gets chose by Wilder the first time. He fails out. The fight gets postponed, at least for the moment. Then Wilder picks him again, and now it's a bunch of excuses. Oh, now that he's off the juice. Oh, he's old. Oh, his hand is hurt, man. We're not doing that. If he loses, he loses. You know what I mean? Just how Drago, if he dies, he dies. If he loses, he loses. Period. I'm not here for the excuses. But anyway, this whole Canelo running, you don't get to tell Canelo how you want him to fight. You make him fight how you want him to fight, using your skill. Just like Golovkin did against the lesser fighters he fought. If you are in truly a better fighter than Canelo, you make him fight that. Stop talking, stop gawking and mocking him and comparing him to Mayweather. You and your fighter make him fight the fight that you want him to fight. That's what Golovkin did versus Willie Moreau. You know what I mean? Okay, he's squirrely. I'm going to trap him on the ropes. Bow, knocked him down. He's hurting in round 6 again. Right? That's what you do. He bullied Marco Antonio Rubio. So how you have Rubio on the ropes, not throwing any punches, do that to Canelo. You know what I mean? So what's the point of talking? There's like, I'm not much of a talker. Hello from France, man. Shout out to France. Yeah, like, I just feel like there's nothing to talk about. Let Canelo fight any damn way he chooses, and you solve that problem that's in front of you. It's that simple. So trying to trick Canelo into fighting a mad style, or like, you know what I mean? Oh, you got under his skin. You tested his Mexican hood. You know what I mean? You tested his cojones or whatever he's trying to do. That's not gonna work. Canelo's been fighting all of his life. I just seen Canelo pulling a prank on his trainer, laughing, just now on his Instagram story. He ain't tripping off of what Abel's talking about. He's a fighter. You know what I mean? Because Lotta was talking big shit about Canelo. He was, remember, see, I watched my boxing. Lotta, he had like a pigeon coop. And he was like, this is Canelo. I call this pigeon Canelo. He had this Eddie Murphy ass laugh. So he calling Canelo a pigeon. You know what I'm saying? That didn't anger Canelo and make him fight off of crazy emotion and all. He's been doing this at a high level for quite some time. You're not gonna knock him off his pivot just with some foolish shit. Triple G and Abel are not scared of Charlo. Are you serious? Listen, let's see it then. If he gets past Canelo, push for the Charlo fight. Charlo wants it. If Charlo gets past Centeno and Golovkin gets past Canelo, then push for that fight. There's nothing to laugh my ass off about. There's nothing to talk about. I'm telling you, it's really, that's what I'm saying. People, oh yeah, he's not. If he's not, then it'll be shown. Period. Nothing else to talk about. Push for the fight. If they both get past their next opponent, he will be the mandatory push for the fight. You know what I mean? But see, this is the thing. The fans aren't willing, like Floyd said, I'm not worried about it. The fans can't fight for you. You know what I mean? So the fans have all this like boistering confidence. They're just oozing with confidence, but they're not the ones getting in the ring. They're not the ones on the promotional negotiating table who would actually make this deal happen. And it's, oh yeah, Triple G, he's not afraid of Charlo. He'll fight him any given. Okay, is his team saying the same thing? Is Tom Loeffler gonna make the fight next? You know what I mean? People don't want everyone. It's like fans don't want to be fans anymore. They want to act like they're part, like they can get the deal done. And if you can get the deal done, I would love to see it. Gennady Golovkin versus Charlo. If they both win, let's go. Abel setting up future excuse in case the fans pressure him to fight Charlo. Yeah, a lot of people said that. I mean, that's what it seems like. Oh, black fighters can't sell. They're boring. Okay. But I'm telling you, all that shit people did 2 and 3 years ago is not 2 and 3 years ago. That don't work anymore. I promise you. Ever since new media came on the scene, that don't work no more. Death Row East, believe in it. That don't work no more. All that Mayweather, Pacquiao, Pactar, Mayweather. You notice people don't really talk like that anymore. Like occasionally you'll see it, but I remember back in the day, that's all I would hear. Pactard and Flomo. That's, everybody would put that. Anytime you mention Floyd, it'd be some Flomo, Pactard talk. Like, I'm saying that's the words they were calling them. Now people aren't saying like that shit is dead. That chapter is gone. We've seen the fight. You know what I mean? When people talk about Pacquiao fighting Jeff Horn, Terrence Crawford, Lomachenko, people aren't really like, oh, there's Pactard, and people, that chapter is done. So like I said, what you did 2 and 3 years ago in these comment sections in these streets is not the same as now. People aren't settling for that. What promoters and trainers got away with not giving us fight is not going to work now. You've seen what happened when Canelo and Triple G the first time before they fought, when they tried to string it out like Mayweather Pacquiao situation. Hey, we'll just marinate. That marinating shit didn't last. It came with a heavy price because Canelo's his stock started to lower when it appeared like he wasn't trying to fight Golovkin, and there was a lot of pressure. And then you seen what happened. They made the fight. 2016 they weren't trying to make it, but 2017 they got it together. They could not afford to wait 5 or 6 years. Canelo would be ruined if he fought everyone around Golovkin for 5 years. He would be his star power would fade. He almost had to fight Golovkin. It's a new day, people. Yo, smash the like button. Make sure you guys smash the like button. We're almost to 100 likes. This is a Jamba Juice. I don't remember. It was like strawberry peach, I think lemon lime or something. It's one of the specials or whatever. Shout out to Maryland, MD. So, yeah, I mean, Abel has to watch the comments that he says, because that one, that set him back. Yeah, I got a booster. I think I got an energy booster. Yeah, that comment, it's just, listen, if you say something and you have this much of a reaction and feedback that's negative, mostly negative, listen, that's what I'm telling you. It's a new day, people. Death Row East, believe in it. Believe in it. New media, believe in it. BOXINGEGO, believe in that. And I'm telling you, name a popular channel. I'm gonna treat y'all like Jeopardy or Family Feud, one of them shows. Name a popular channel on YouTube that has done a video about what Abel Sanchez said about black fighters and spun it in a positive light, and tell me that they're relevant. It's a relevant channel, and in their video, they're getting good feedback by saying Abel was absolutely right. Tell me, name, put the channel's name. Name one channel that has done a video corroborating and siding with what Abel Sanchez said about black fighters that's getting a good response, and they're a relevant channel. But I can name you some channels that immediately jumped on the horn, so shout out to them, all the channels that are refuting what Abel Sanchez has said, and they're getting good viewership, and they're making strong points, and the fans in the comment section are making strong points. That's how you know it's a problem. That's how you know. Who is agreeing with what Abel Sanchez said? Just like when Fat Boy Dan Rayfield said whatever about Pretty Boy Floyd, he would receive hell from Lomachenko, and he would probably lose, or he could lose, or whatever, right? Who made videos and got a good feedback, and a lot of people agreeing? I said relevant channels. Like, I mean, listen, you're always gonna have coons. You're always gonna have coons that say whatever, trying to get views. Been there, done that. We've seen that. I haven't been there, done that, but I've seen a lot of channels. Listen, name a coon channel that's more popular than me. I'm gonna wait. Name a coon channel that has done what I've done. They've covered more fights than me. They make more money than me. They got higher numbers and viewership than me. They travel the world like me. They're gonna be in the WBC office like me next week, right? They got more subscribers than me. Name one. A coon channel. Do y'all know what a coon is? How the fuck is Ellie Seckbeck a coon? See, y'all just say stupid shit. I didn't just say name someone who has more subscribers than me. Some of y'all don't even know what a coon is. Anyway, moving on. And see, this is the thing. I'm not talking like somebody said Carcino. I haven't even seen any of his videos, so I don't know. I don't have no issue with dude. But I don't even know if he cover boxing predominantly, because when I first got on, he just used to cover boxing, but now he's expanded and he covers like different stuff. First of all, I don't think he's a coon. I don't know. I haven't seen any of his recent videos, but again, that like I don't even know if you would say Carcino's channel is in the same genre as mine, because I think he, like I said last time I seen, he covers a whole bunch of other things like DJ Academics type stuff. I'm talking about boxing channels. Or predominantly boxing channels or whatever. Anyway, y'all just blurting out shit. Ellie Seckbeck. ES News didn't agree with the dumb shit Abel said anyway. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you guys bringing up Ellie for? But anyway, listen, this is not like, because y'all trying to fuck around and act like it's me taking shots at people. I don't have no drama with nobody. But just Google coon, what a coon is. Uncle Tom. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's my whole point. You don't really find anyone of relevance co-signing what Abel Sanchez said. Dante's Boxing Nation didn't co-sign what Abel said. What are you talking about? He just did an interview with him, and Abel was, I would say Abel was losing. He was losing the dialogue from what I seen. So yeah, y'all, some of y'all trying to get sidetracked on some other stuff, but I'll rest my case with that. Yeah, Dante's definitely not a coon, so I don't know what y'all talking about. Listen, anytime like someone's God's Boxing Corner says Abel was backpedaling, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have a point, this is my point. If you have a point, you stand on that. You ride with that. If that's how you feel, ride with that point. You don't change when someone like confronts you about it or questions you about it. You stand by that. Hey, Michael Shaw, you're tripping. He says, I appreciate your ass, which pause, but you seem to ignore me. You see I'm on your channel. Give a little back, Holmes. Who are you? What are you talking about? This is a live stream. I don't just exclusively look for one person. Like, what are you, man? Dear Ego, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my home phone cell and my home phone at the bottom. I wrote you 2 letters in the autumn. You must not have got them. There probably was a problem at the post office or something. Like, y'all some stands, man. This is why, man, I have to disappear from this live stream. Like, this is... I know you see me. I know you hear it. I ain't mad. I just think it's fucked up you don't answer fans. Like, what are you talking about? You guys are really crazy. I seen you at the Crawford fight and you just said no. Like, I didn't see you at the Crawford fight. What are you talking about? Fucking stands. I know you don't know me, kid. I seen you at War Kovalev. You just walked by. Like, who are you? I mean, was I supposed to stop? I'm trying to get footage and shit, motherfucker. What are you talking about? You are on a roll. I'm sick of like this stand. He's talking about know you see my ass. Like, I see your ass. What are you talking about? Creepy. I don't even ask for the limelight, but I guess I'm in it. Whatever. So it said, dare me to drive? Y'all tripping. Talking about, I know you see me. Why don't you respond to me? Oh, fuck yeah. Automated piece of shit. Anyway, I mean, I don't try to avoid no specific fan. I mean, the only people I avoid is like dumb shit until you get put in the hot seat. Anyway, Luis Ortiz, Wilder. We'll talk more about Abel. Very good fight, people. Very good fight. Dare me to try? No, that comment threw me off. But Wilder Ortiz, I'm picking Wilder. It can go either way depending on game planning though. See, it's the type of fight where you got to fight the right fight, and if you don't, then it's not going to be good for you. But I think Deontay Wilder, I think he just has momentum. Listen, I'm not trying to sound like a separatist, because I really enjoy talking to boxing fans, and you know what I mean, I learn from you guys. Hopefully you guys learn a little from me. But some of y'all just be on that like crazy stuff, and like it's just, oh, this fighter's a bitch, and just crazy stuff. You know you wouldn't say that to Wilder in the physical or whatever fighter, so it's like, why do that here? But anyway, a lot of people don't really absorb boxing. They enjoy it and they watch it, but they're not really breaking it down. You know what I'm saying? They're not really, because it's just a bunch of recycled rhetoric. Oh, Wilder, windmill Wilder. But the thing is, name a fight. Listen to the question. Name of Wilder will knock y'all out. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've met dude several times. He's not small. I'm not small. And he's not small. Definitely. Pause. But anyway, pop quiz. Name a Wilder fight where the bell rang, ding, 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 and he just came out like just throwing like crazy windmills. I've never seen him do that. That's all y'all talk about. Windmill Wilder. Like, he just came out and just hubba. I be with the dope in the bush. Like, when did he come out doing that? Like, I don't remember any fight where he just came out like that. Like, ding, ding, ding. And then he just started throwing these reckless women. Like, that's what I'm saying. What Wilder fight are you watching? Somebody answer me. What Wilder fight are you watching where this has occurred? No answers? See, this is what we deal with. Everyone that says it, Wilder's so wild and sloppy, wild and crazy kid. Okay, what fight did he come out and do this? Exactly, Ego. He doesn't bomb until he hurts his opponent. Watch the first knockdown. Straight jab right. That's what I'm saying. He threw, thank you to whoever just put that. James Souza. He threw a perfect 1-2. He threw a crispy ass jab, hard as fuck. You know he has power in both hands. And he yap, and he threw the perfect 1-2, which created the first knockdown. Then after that point, he was in the zone. Then he went Super Saiyan and didn't care. And then he started swinging like to destroy you. But see, and the other thing you have to understand, little small things, like Wilder's in the ring with that man. If you punch someone and you hear grunts and shit like that, you're that close, you can look them in the eye and stuff like that. There might be something you've seen where they don't want no more. Do you get what I'm saying? So he might have seen stuff where he knows that I'm getting this dude out of here right now. And it's worked for him every time. Don't get me wrong. There's been times where he was sloppy. Like, I thought the Audley Harrison stoppage, he got kind of sloppy. He threw so hard with so much conviction, or whatever you want to call it, he knocked himself down. You know what I mean? But he's actually improved a lot since that time. Because shortly after that, he fought Bermane Stiverne for the title, and he was measured and he composed. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of y'all just repeat stupid shit, but you don't really break down boxing. You know what I mean? My prediction: Wilder, TK, hell. Well, I can't say hell no, but Wilder gets knockouts. He gets knockouts. Like, I don't even really. Well, I guess you could say TKO because technically Bermane Stiverne rematch was a TKO because the ref stopped it. But listen, if the ref didn't stop that, Wilder might have caught the body that he was looking for, because that would have been ugly if the ref didn't jump on Wilder's back and shit. Wilder treated him like a rodeo. You know, the little rodeo bull riding bulls or whatever. That ref was all in his back getting tossed around and shit. What do y'all keep talking about Ortiz's hand? I don't know anything about that. I ain't heard nothing about his hand. But then again, I've been on here, so I don't know. But listen, I'm not waiting to see what is wrong with his hand or whatever. This shit? What is that? I can't tell. What is it? That's what I'm saying. Did he say something? Or it's speculation? What are we talking about? What happened to his hand? Is this like he said something? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't heard nobody say nothing. So it's like somebody looked at, so, oh shit, is that a lump? He has a tumor on his hand. Like, what is happening? I didn't hear nothing about Ortiz complaining about. See, that's what I hate about boxing. Is Wilder's getting slept. Oh, Wilder's getting destroyed. Wilder, he ain't fought nothing but bums. This is his first non-bum. And then 2 days before the fight or whatever, oh, Wilder, Ortiz's hand. It's what? What happened to all the Wilders getting knocked out? Now all of a sudden there's a hand injury. Like, come on, man. I ain't heard that. So until I hear from his team or some official interview or something, then we rocking with it. Stick to your prediction. If you had Ortiz winning, let that man continue winning. If you had Wilder, then pick Wilder. But I'm not doing that. Like, all this speculation and shit. Oh, he had a vibranium implant that went wrong. His hand exploded. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm wondering if Ortiz can take Wilder's right hand. I don't think anybody could take his right hand if it lands like it's supposed to. Like, if it lands like it did on Spilka, nobody taking that. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody's really taking that right hand landed with authority. Man, I'm sick of these excuses. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm not a poor sport like this, where it's like, if you pick them, it's like people know that their prediction might be wrong, so they're already setting it up. And then if Ortiz wins, then they'll just forget about him having an injured hand. You know what I mean? But if he loses, oh, but told you, hand injury. What I tell you? Doesn't work like that. Is Ortiz going down, face down, ass up, or reverse cowgirl? Wow, y'all are tripping. Bay Area all day, you know that. Listen, like I said, I've never once said anything bad about this fight. This is a good fight. Luis Ortiz is a good fight. He's no chump. He's no pushover. My favorite Luis Ortiz performance, him versus Brian Jennings, for sure. Because he showed me something in that I didn't even know he could do. I didn't know he's that light on his feet. Because Ortiz hurt Jennings in round 1. And in round 2, Jennings being a tough Philly fighter. You know how the Philly fighters do. Came back very strong. And then you seen like Luis Ortiz get on his toes and start bouncing a bit. I was like, wow, he's moving light. This motherfucker's like, he looked bigger then, so he might have been like 250. And he was light on his feet. I was like, wow. So yeah, look, we got to stop with the excuses, especially when there's nothing confirmed. I ain't seen the Los Angeles Times, ESPN. I ain't seen really nobody say nothing about Luis Ortiz's hand. You know what I mean? So I'm just riding with everything is on the up and up. He Cuban, they all light on their toes. Yeah, but you can't say that's some Abel Sanchez shit. Oh, all Cubans are light. You can't say that. Not every Cuban fights like that. Gamboa doesn't fight like Lada or Rigondeaux. You know what I'm saying? So not all Cubans do one thing just because a lot of them have a great amateur pedigree. So to see a 240, 250-pound man do it, that's different. I can see these Edeslani Ladas and Rigondeaux lighter division dudes doing it, but to see Luis Ortiz do it, that's impressive. Yo, I'm about to sue Jamba Juice. There's like a piece of plastic, and that's the second time. It's like shrink wrap or some shit in my drink. That's like the second time I just drank it. Like drank, and had to pull some shit out, like plastic shit. Yeah, man, I'm about to sue him and really get this boxing brand off the ground. Yeah, that shit hella nasty. Ego, you still work at Best Buy? Absolutely not. My job is boxing. I'm a YouTuber full time. I don't work anywhere but on my channel on YouTube. So I don't have no boss. That's what it is. Yeah, man. We gotta stop with these excuses though. Hey, y'all are really stands in here. He says you'll get karma for the diss. It's not my fault you came off like Stan. Hi, Mr. I'm too good to call or write my fans. This will be the last chat that I ever join your ass. I sent you 3 super chats. I don't deserve it. I know you got my last 3 super chats. I wrote the denominations on them perfect. What the fuck are you talking about? Karma. What am I get karma for? For calling you Stan? My guy said you had a great beard. See, that's what I'm saying. The people on my beard and worried about, like, what is this? Do y'all even like boxing or y'all like me? Y'all are weirdos. Yeah, you got a great beard. You're gonna get karma for that Stan diss. You're acting like Stan. How's that my fault? Dear Ego, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. Yeah, like I'm not going to call either. Yo, where's the all access show? I don't know. Maybe they ain't putting out the budget for it. I don't know. They getting bodied. Are we talking boxing or about beards? I didn't talk about my own beard. I didn't say shit about my beard. Someone else did that. Oh, your beard's like Suge Knight. I want to come to Death Row Records. I'll have to deal with the executive producer, all in the videos, dancing. Come to Death Row. Like, what are y'all talking about? I do got a Suge Knight right now. Any of y'all artists want to stay artists, don't want to have to worry about the executive producer, all in the video, dancing. Come to Death Row. Hey, Suge almost ran over Danny Boy in that scene. See, that's how you know we getting bigger. Ego Army getting bigger, man. Because people worry about my beard. They know I'm like the Suge Knight of this game. Any y'all boxing fan want to come to a channel, you don't want to have to worry about the host. All in the video. Dancing. Come to Boxing Ego. I'm the Suge Knight of this shit. Damu. Let's get it, man. Do the Biggie lisp. Y'all just want me to sit up here and do, oh, that's real. Just like Puff say. I know Pac. Pac's a strong dude. I'll barely skip on Undisputed. Ugh. For real, it's like Puff says, like when he was an intern, first day of the job. Everybody hit the DECK. My slow flow's remarkable. Suge Knight got knocked out. That's what's up. I met the dude that knocked out Suge. He's a barber. I met him in LA when I was filming West Side. Anybody watch that Tupac versus Biggie documentary on USA? How does Skip Bayless even have credibility? Everything he says is wrong. Oh, LeBron, he won't make it to the final, and then LeBron makes it to the finals. Or Connor's gonna knock out Floyd. He hasn't seen power like this. Motherfucker's been boxing 20 years. He ain't seen power like Conor McGregor, an MMA fighter. In or around Floyd's weight division? Okay. See, MMA fighters don't turn their punches over in boxing. See, listen, this is why I knew Floyd, unless Floyd got super old or some bullshit or injured or some shit in a fight. That's why I knew he was going to beat Conor McGregor in boxing. Duh. But the thing is, MMA fighters don't turn over their punches. Therefore, to me, you got to look at it like, you ever heard someone say, the jack of all trades, master of none? I'm not dissing MMA fighters because I know it's a discipline. I know them dudes be, you know what I mean, working out hard and training and stuff for the fight. But you have to listen. You have to train. Listen, you train in the MMA. You train in all these different Brazilian jiu-jitsu, wrestling coach, a boxing coach, a grappling coach, a judo coach. You know what I mean? You have all of these. You have all these different trainers and different coaches and different days, and most of them dudes aren't super versed in every single one of them. So kind of like jack of all trades, master of none. Like Conor McGregor's an excellent striker, but he's not an excellent wrestler. His jiu-jitsu is not better than Nate Diaz. So, you know what I mean? There might be some fighters that are all well-rounded and they can do it all, strike and take it to the ground. But a lot of them dudes specialize in the thing. Like Ronda Rousey's stand-up game is trash. It's trash. I mean, it's basura. That's why she's in the WWE getting slapped by Stephanie McMahon, because it's trash. I'm talking about Ronda Rousey's strike game is trash. That's why. Habo man. Habo, bro, you know you getting blasted out of this galaxy if your coach, the only corner advice that they can offer you is add more man. Add more man. Add more man. Bitch, I said add more man. Like, you're getting fucked up. If that's all they can say to you. I ain't never seen no boxing coach talking about add more man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Robert Garcia, when Brandon Rios was just fighting Danny Garcia, Robert Garcia wasn't, I mean, Brandon, yeah, I said it right. When Brandon Rios was fighting Danny Garcia, Robert Garcia wasn't just like, add movement, that, you know what I mean? Rios just got caught with a bow. But Ronda Rousey's stand-up game is trash. It's trash. You had to go to the WWE because your stand-up game is trash. Your strike game was trash. Oh man, Ronda Rousey funny. Your stand-up game, your strike game was trash. See, she's excellent with judo, but your strike game, your stand-up, your boxing was trash. That shit was trash. Everybody type trash. That shit was weak as fuck. That shit was Black China sex tape week. That shit was trash. So, yeah. You know what I mean? So a lot of MMA fighters, it's not like they specialize in everything. Because again, if Ronda Rousey gets you to the ground, gets you in a compromised position, armbar, okay, you done for. But you got to get them there first. You got to close distance on Amanda Nunes, a striker, Holly Holm, a kickboxer, former boxer, and that's what she couldn't do. So I knew Conor McGregor was losing to Floyd. And she didn't learn anything. Like, listen, they hype Ronda Rousey up big because how do you fight Holly Holm and then you fight a quasi-similar style in Amanda Nunes and you do just as bad, if not worse, because you got knocked out in 48 seconds. Her chin was all up. Bing, 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 bing. Ding, 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 ding. Trash. Head movement. Bing, bing, ding, 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 ding. She was getting fucked up. Like, where were the improvements? But she had, like, I'm not going to say she had it coming, but if you know her, I read an article from someone in Ronda Rousey's camp, one of her sparring partners. They said they couldn't hit her in the face. You're not trying to be a fighter if you don't want to get hit in the face. And they had non-disclosure forms, and if you couldn't talk about it on tape or camera or in a book or whatever, what happened in sparring, and if you were doing good against her by not hitting her in the face, but you're still doing good, they would pull you out. Like, you can't learn like that. You see Chris Cyborg, she did good versus Holly Holm, but she was in the trenches with Clarissa Shields, who can bang. You know what I mean? As an actual boxer, she was still, what's her name? Sparring Clarissa Shields. You think Ronda Rousey sparred Clarissa Shields? Hell no. My homie who smashed Rousey said her pooch smell like fish, homie. Y'all tripping. I'm done. y'all tripping. I'm not even trying to laugh at that, but y'all crazy. Take care, Holmes. I do enjoy you. I'll keep trying. Michael Shaw, what is your question? Just ask your question, because I'm not trying to avoid your question. What is your question? I'll give you opportunity, because he keeps asking and saying I'm avoiding his question. Michael Shaw, everybody's waiting for your question, and I'll try my best to answer it. I don't duck or dodge questions. It's an open forum, but as you can see, it's random questions being thrown about. See, I'm giving you an opportunity. Dear Ego, I wrote you, but you still ain't. Where you at? Michael Shaw. That's my girlfriend screaming in the trunk. Can't do it, I feel. What? So I'm asking you, and you say I can't do it, I feel. What's happening right now? Whatever. See, that's what I'm saying. You get mad, y'all get mad at me, then I stop the whole chat to speak with and answer your question. Whatever. I'm on my Killmonger shit anyway. The chat is going nuts. I'm not even doing this. I'm just trying to talk about whatever. Yeah, that Abel Sanchez Canelo shit was pretty funny. That was funny how they're going at it. But like I said, the whole ploy to get Canelo booed if he tries to use defense, that's stupid. And anybody who thinks that has a stupid point of view, as far as I'm concerned. You fight to win. You know what I mean? Nobody's trying to sit in there in front of a known strong Golovkin who's an inch or two taller than you and just, come on, put him up. Put him up. That's stupid. Okay, put it this way. See, listen. This is what I hate about boxing. Like literally hate. And I don't hate a lot of things. But this is the type of things that I hate. This type of rhetoric, right? Where, okay, let's say Golovkin, he's been at middleweight for a long time. So how Abel wants Canelo to fight, tell Golovkin to move up, fight the naturally taller, bigger guy at 168, and no matter what happens, you fight them that way. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna get to super middleweight or you're gonna get to light heavyweight, and it's gonna be a lot harder to do those things. Period. You know what I mean? Maybe not at 160 because Golovkin's that's his home. That's where he feels good at. But go fight like a rock'em sock'em robot with Adonis Stevenson. Good luck. Fight better Biev like that. Them dudes is too strong to fight like that. Fight Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez, David Benavidez at 68. Fight them like you don't got no sense to your fight game. You know what I mean? Since you want Canelo to fight this way, fight Andre Ward like that. Great example. Good luck. Best wishes. You know what I mean? So it's like everybody says all this big machista shit. Oh yeah, fucking warrior, guerrero, and like all this cool Mexican style. Everybody wants to do all this stuff until you get in front of that opponent that either A, forces you to fight differently, or you're gonna get hurt by them. Straight up. You know what I mean? And that, like, guys like Floyd Mayweather, he wouldn't have been able to beat all these guys that were way bigger than him trying to fight their fight. If he fought Canelo, Maidana, and he did everything that they wanted him to do, stand still and fight like a man, you pussy. It's stupid. You know what I mean? And you guys have to ask yourself this. What's worse? Winning and you get on to go on to another great paycheck, collect all the belts and collect the recognition for the victory, or getting knocked the fuck out and people are like, oh, you see this, and becoming a meme, and you know what I mean, everyone laughing at you, and you know what I mean, what is really worse? Stand still, and you know what I mean, you might as well tell Canelo tie his hands behind his back and only use head movement to avoid the shots. Like, he's a counterpuncher. Why would he do any of that? What's the point of training if you're gonna throw a game plan out the window and not use your best chance of winning or your best skill sets or your best attributes? You know what I mean? And like I said, the whole thing I resent with this whole Mexican style and Macho Man, Randy Savage bullshit, all this, oh, I'm too strong, like, is every fighter I've ever seen, when they get their bell fucking wrong, they all act the same way. And if they don't, they get knocked out. Period. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm badly hurt. Either you clinch, you take a knee, you run away and retreat. You know what I mean? You try to block and cover up, or you get knocked out because you're already hurt and you're gonna get a TKO or you're gonna get knocked out when another flush punch connects. You could still be aggressive while being scientific. That sounds like a casual comment. You can still be aggressive while being scientific. What are you talking about? You can still be aggressive while being scientific. Listen, there's a lot riding on the fight. People said Golovkin. Listen, and I'm gonna tell you that. Listen, okay. Here's another thing. In my opinion, this is my opinion. I won't be surprised if we don't see a Danny Jacobs and Golovkin rematch for some time. You know what I mean? Like, let's say Jacobs knocks out this undefeated Sulky or whatever his name is, right? And looks good. That'll be a second dominant performance over an undefeated, hypothetically, undefeated fighter. So do you think Golovkin's gonna fight in a rematch Daniel Jacobs next? Probably not, because he doesn't have a belt. You already got past him, and it was a difficult fight where I thought you lost the fight, along with a lot of other people thought you lost the fight. Some people thought he won the fight, right? And he's just happy that he got past it. and he could just move on and ride off into the sunset. But you know it's a difficult fight. But what I'm trying to say is this. I'm pretty sure Daniel Jacobs watched tape and knows little things that he could have improved and things like that. So you probably don't want to give him another opportunity, another crack at it. You know what I mean? Because you know he can improve upon those things. And I think I think Golovkin is a good fighter, but I think when the guys fight Golovkin, especially around that timepiece, he still had this aura about him that he was a knockout artist, 23 knockouts in a row and stuff like that. So in the first going, none of the guys want to make a mistake. So they probably fought a little bit more cautious than what they normally would. Even Jacobs, because Jacobs, he didn't fight. He fought like he was trying to knock out Peter Quillen. Do you know what I'm saying? And he did that in the first round. Not saying he would have knocked out Golovkin in the first round, but he fought Peter Quillen just like a salve. When he fought Golovkin, he had to be mindful because of the reputation of Golovkin. So he didn't want to make a mistake. Sometimes people overthink when you're up against someone like that. You know what I mean? And I think that's the same thing that happened to Canelo. That's why I think Canelo will do better in the rematch. As long as he stays safe, doesn't get caught with something early that he can't recover from, I think he'll be good. And the reason being is because the jitters should be out. You already shared the ring with him 12 rounds. You know his power. He landed one real cool shot that they always play in like slow motion where Canelo's on the ropes and his whole head turned like that when he got hit with the punch, right? So you have a good idea. You have a good sense. So now he can settle more into the fight. I really believe that. You know what I mean? He can settle into the fight more. Wow. So tell me if this is funny. B. Ra says, Ego, your head looked like a Tide Pod or soap dispenser head ass. Like, this is who y'all send for me? Like, really? My head looks like a Tide Pod. I'll laugh if you want me to. Once again, more grown men worried about how another grown man looks. It's crazy. I'm in the middle. Hey, Canelo versus Golovkin. You look like a Tide Pod. Well, you should go eat Tide Pod. Let me stop because I'll fuck around and get sued because your dumb ass will probably listen to me. Ego told me to eat the Tide Pod and then I had to call the Poison Control Center, man. So let me stop. Like, I mean, people roast me, and if it's funny, I'll really laugh. But you look like a Tide Pod or soap dispenser. Really? Like, that's it? I look like a soap dispenser. Good job. You did it, buddy. You should be on Def Comedy Jam or get a Netflix comedy special like Monique. You'll probably get paid less than Monique. And then you'll be making that fucking video. Hi, loves. I tried to diss Ego, so Netflix offered me a comedy special, but they were willing to pay Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, Amy Schumer, more money than me. I love us for real. This is racially biased. Like, shut the fuck up. You look like a soap dispenser. Anywho, bunch of weirdos. I didn't watch the Chris Rock one, but Chris Rock's funny. Like his old stand-up, at least. I gotta check out the new one. Chris Rock has this one joke I like. This is like one of his early, like old. These dudes are corny, clearly. Chris Rock had this old comedy special, and he was like, okay. Too much food to man. We got so much food, we allergic to food. Allergic to food. You think the people in Rwanda got a fucking lactose intolerance? That shit was funny. Okay. Too much food to man. We got so much food, we allergic to food. Allergic to food. Dave Chappelle is funny. Ego gang, y'all know what it is. Gang. All right. I can always tell who needs to be in the hot seat by your username and the foolish comment you write. You're in the hot seat. Donald Trump's identical twin brother. You definitely deserve the hot seat. Come get this work, boy. Wilder is scared as hell. He don't want that AJ work. What makes you believe that Wilder is scared? Donald Trump's identical twin brother. Come on, Trump. Step up into this hot seat, Trump. You're going to be Donald Trump when I'm done with you. You heard? It don't matter if he's trolling. Even better for me. We get some quick entertainment, burn him in the hot seat, and I catch a body. Come on, Donald Trump. Where you at? I don't care if he's Trump. If he's Trump, it's going to take 2 minutes of him trolling, and then he's going to be out of here. So, crickets. Ego in a bad mood, man. Okay. I'm having fun. Noise is the classic defense to fear. What does Wilder do? Make a lot of fucking noise, son. Really? So what about Floyd Mayweather? He make more noise. He talk shit. Shane Mosley got a... Hey, baby, it's not my fault Shane Mosley got a fake nose. He talked hella shit about Shane Mosley, Ricky Hatton. There's only one Ricky Hatton. He was flipping off the crowd. Floyd make a lot of noise. And he still won those fights. So, like, what are you really saying? Conor McGregor, when he was in his element, talked hella shit about Eddie Alvarez. He talked shit about Jose Aldo. Mark my words, I would, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. Ego looks annoyed. Yo, I have never seen this many dudes concerned with the host's looks. Like, it's crazy. Ego looks mad. Ego's annoyed. Ego's in a bad mood. Why do y'all care about what the fuck? What's like me so much? I'm trying to talk boxing. Ego's lips look bigger today. What the fuck, man? Winning fights don't mean you're not scared. Get this man, shooter, get him out of here. Get Donald Trump out of here. It's not even worth it. Please, someone please get Donald Trump out of here. Thank you. Yeah, why y'all care so much? Ego's angry today. I had a good day. I'm not mad. I'm not. Abel Sanchez, he's the one that should be mad. Because people on his neck today. There ain't nobody on my neck. I got good news today. Like I said, I'm gonna be in the WBC office next week, handling that business. That's what I'm saying. Don't tell me about no other channels unless they moving like me, unless they doing it like me. I don't really want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Unless they eating like me, making. Did Dante really smash Sanchez? Maybe you should change the wording of that. Did Dante smashed Sanchez? I don't know. I don't like the wording. I don't like it. Pause. Y'all crazy. Yeah, did Dante really smashed Abel? Let me know something. Like, you could say, did Dante defeat Abel, or did he have better point? Like, be a little more specific. Pause. Oh, I want to talk about this. Yo, make sure we smash the like button. Can we get some more likes in this G thing? Ego Army, Ego Mafia, stand up. I told you we the mob. Money on top of boxing. Let's get it. See, I seen a portion of it with the Dante interview, and like I said, Abel was switching to Trump building a wall. Ego, these dudes mad creepy tonight. You got Madman fans in here. Pause. Listen, I don't know about none of that. I see you. I feel you. But we're going to just try to ignore him, because that's really weird and off-putting. Dante Dirty Sanchez. I mean, listen, you just got to say stuff that, like, you ever have, like, my parents used to be like this. let's say we're going to a friend's house for a dinner party or some shit. They would give us these little, me and my siblings, they'll give us a little pep talk. Don't embarrass me, don't do this. Or if we go in the store, don't embarrass me, don't take nothing, blah, blah, blah. You go into a company's house or something, don't embarrass me, be respectful, be polite, blah, blah, blah. These little pep talks. And also, like, don't say nothing like you would regret or that doesn't represent the family well or whatever. But, like, this is my thing, is like the whole Abel Sanchez situation, right? You gotta, don't, like, you shouldn't say stuff that you wouldn't be willing to, you shouldn't have to backtrack, you know what I mean? You should say stuff that you would be willing to argue or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Abel had the nerve to call Dante racist. What? I see, I haven't watched the whole thing. He called him racist? Hey, bro. I didn't hear none of that. That's funny. He called him Dante racist. Wow. I have to listen to it, I guess. In what context? Why is Dante racist? Yeah, I'll watch it. I didn't know he called him racist, though. But see, this is the thing. Dante's not the one that said generalize the whole race, to my knowledge. What did he say? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but see, this is what I'm saying. It's just like the hot seat. When people are in the hot seat, they do anything to get out. They do anything to get out. Shooters on deck. Shout out to y'all. I seen that dumbass comment. Um, yeah, I mean, but see, that's what people do. Like, people flip it on you. He said something he's basically in the hot seat for, and then he flipped it up and said, like, Dante's racist. But again, let me watch that aspect of it, because I haven't seen that part, so I didn't know anything. So before I pass judgment or whatever, I wanted to hear what was said. But like I said, here's a great point. Here's a great point. A Mexican fighter and a fighter from Kazakhstan. Why are you bringing up what the black race does or doesn't do, even if you believe that to be a truth, even though it's a wide generalization? You know what I mean? Why are we're promoting Canelo Golovkin 2, a rematch with their main event fighter being black? Why are you bringing up the black fighter's shortcomings, even if it was true, which it's not? Listen, people keep saying stuff about Ortiz. I don't know where you guys get your information. I haven't seen anyone major, ESPN or anything, or the credible like Instagram pages I follow. I haven't seen no one else talk about that, so I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. I ain't heard nothing about that. He said he left like Floyd Mayweather, then proceeded to say the black style isn't pleasing to fans. Why didn't he just criticize Mayweather? Why didn't he tie his style with all black people? Listen, I said this once and I'll say it again. Name a popular channel, and I'm talking about Dante's Boxing Nation, Boxing Ego level popular, or close to that, or superseding that, that is co-signing what Abel Sanchez is saying, and they do what we do, like where we give you our thoughts and commentary. Tell me who's doing that that's getting a good response. Juventud Guerrero, $2 super chat. Exactly, Ego. Why was Sanchez even saying that? I don't know. So how did Ellie Seckback, since you put ES News, how did he co-sign Abel Sanchez? He doesn't. Ellie doesn't even really do videos where he's giving his own breakdowns. He rarely does that where he's giving a breakdown and insight of a fight. Most of his channel is coverage, giving you coverage in different angles and stuff like that. So you're lying. It's on Instagram. Check it out. What? Just tell me what he said. What did Ellie say? Ellie just asks simple questions. He never gets political. That's what I'm saying. When did Ellie? Ellie doesn't even do that style of video. So like that's what I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna check, and if you're lying, you're getting blocked. I'm on Instagram right now. You're getting blocked. So tell me where Ellie Segbeck, since you want to lie in this man's name, tell me where he did a video where he's talking and he co-signed it. You're full of shit because I don't see any video. I don't see any video where he's talking. So you're a liar. L-I-A-R, liar. Look. Yeah, no, God, where's Ellie? Where is he talking about this? Oh, right here. Get this man out of here for lying. Talking about Ellie, you know what I'm saying? Talking about Ellie did it. Stop playing with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is new media. It's not just my channel. You're not going to lie on another popular channel. Talking about Ellie said this and he didn't say this. That's not even Ellie's like lane to do videos like where he's like exposing something or giving his innermost thoughts. He kind of stays in his lane, reports on being in the gym and footage and stuff. Loma Chenk P. Yes, you could get body in this hot seat too. All you got to do is say yes. Ego, you still talking about Abel? Yes, and you still clicking on the video. This is what these dudes do. Ego, god damn it, you're still talking about Abel Sanchez? And what he had to say? Yes. And it says it in the title, and you're still clicking on it. So as long as I got clicks and we getting paid, I'm gonna keep talking about it. Death Row East, believe in that. You're still talking about yes, and you're still clicking on it. Simple. You know what I mean? I don't understand why people click on the live stream. It says Abel Sanchez comments on Black Fighter. That's the title. It's in the title. And please print that. It tells you what this is about. And y'all, hey, you're still talking about what are you so shocked for? The title told you what it was about. The title told you what we were going to be talking about. See, this is similar to deflection. They want to try to make me look crazy because I'm still talking about a current event. I'm not talking about Ronald Reagan's presidency or some shit that happened when, you know what I mean, when I wasn't even alive or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about something that just happened yesterday. What are you talking about? You're still talking about, but they try to make it like it's a crazy thing that I'm doing. God damn, you're still talking about it. Yep, I'm gonna keep talking about it. As long as people clicking, as long as we have an audience of shooters on deck, I'm gonna keep talking about it. If you don't like it, then don't be here. It's that simple. But you won't change the program. I believe that firmly. So enough from the peanut gallery. Talking about you still talking about yes. And I'm still talking about it. And I still put what the videos that I talk about are about in the title. You don't like, then why click on it? That's like me going into a taqueria and like, oh, y'all still serving Mexican food only? You still have Mexican? What are you talking about? It says burritos, tacos, and flautas. You know what I'm saying? And I peek my head in the restaurant talking about, y'all still serving Mexican? Huh? Like, goddamn. Fuck. You guys still, the fucking sign says tacos, burritos, flautas, and salsa. And you gonna go into the restaurant with your dumb ass talking about, you're still serving Mexican? I thought I could get a grilled cheese. Sheesh. There ain't no grilled cheese here, motherfucker. You still serving Mexican? What is this? Horchata? You guys still have horchata? And Doritos? What's going on? Huh? Leave me alone. Don't come here. This ain't for you. I'm just saying, who does it? Who does this? Five Guys, burgers and more. You guys still got burgers? You still serving burgers? Fucking sign tells you what they're serving. I ain't never just had a blank foot. YouTube don't even let you do a blank video. I can't just put put an underscore as the video title and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what the video. You're still talking about Abel. Do you see Abel in the title? As long as you see that, then we able to keep talking about this. And please print that. Death Row East, believe in it. Shout out to Dustin Martin, $2 super chat, gang gang. Ego, will you have Abel on your show? I'll have anyone on my show. If Abel wants to talk, I have no problem with that. But that's what I'm saying. You go to a Mexican restaurant expecting not to get Mexican food. When it says on the sign, it says open, and above that it says Mexican tacos, salsa, burrito. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. But again, this is what they do to deflect, to try to make it like I'm just laboring on about a situation. Yes, I'm going to keep talking about it until you don't see that it's an Abel Sanchez video or whatever. You guys act like like it's a surprise birthday party or something. Like you're blindfolded and someone's just guiding you into the house, the live stream of Ego House. And then they take the blindfold, surprise, and you, oh shit, y'all are still talking about Abel? Huh? Surprise! Like, surprise, motherfucker. Yes, we're still talking about Abel Sanchez and what he had to say. This ain't no surprise party and shit where you were blindfolded and you didn't know what we were talking about. But that's what I'm saying. See, what they try to do, and I just flip it on them. You know what I'm like? Because you know I'm the king of Wakanda. So what I'm like is the Black Panther suit, and I'm gonna tell you how. When she the sister hooked up the Black Panther suit, it would take bursts and charges and gunshots, and it would store that energy as kinetic energy, and then he was able to release that. So everything y'all spew at me, all the hate, all the venom, all the deflection, you're still talking about Abel? Like Black Panther suit, I use that kinetic energy against y'all. King of Wakanda. Let's go. Who's Loma, a fanboy? What are you talking about? Abel Sanchez is irrelevant. No, he's not irrelevant. He has a big fight coming up. His fighter has a big fight coming up. People are talking about it. So, I don't know, man. Ego, you're a real one. Respect. Shout out to you. Shout out to the real boxing fans. But yeah, I want to make that perfectly clear. There's no one going to come on a channel and then switch what we're talking about, the narrative. See, this is what they always do. Oh, you guys still talking about Abel? Because they want to make it like, basically like, because this is what they say in the comments. Like, you're still crying? You blacks and monkeys are still crying? Like, that's what they try to make it sound like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still crying over, you're still butthurt about this? Why'd you click on the video? If you didn't want no parts of this, and it told you what it was about, then why'd you click on it? Like, yeah, there's a Wilder fight coming on this weekend. You guys are still talking about this? Yep. People act like we're just supposed to say, I know who I am as a person. I'm not going to speak out against this. That's not how it works. Fuck out of here. That's what I'm saying, man. Ego Army is a great, tight-knit community. We have people from all walks of life, ages, and stuff like that. And people want the truth. And that's what it is. So if you're not about that, if you want to just talk about Luis Ortiz or whatever. And see, this is the thing. Like, I'm not even being facetious here. Listen. You notice all these dudes that the dude Lomachenko or whatever his name was, you're still talking about Abel? Another guy did that earlier today. Why don't you guys, since you already have the YouTube channel name, right? Create a channel, create a community, just like I have. Work on it, be passionate about it, get you a following, and then you don't have to talk about Abel Sanchez's comments. You don't have to talk about the current events that I'm talking about. You're entitled to talk about whatever you want. It's a free country. You can talk about what you want on your channel. But see, this is what people rather do. They rather take a shortcut. They're not willing to work I'm not saying people don't work hard except for me, but I am saying they would rather, instead of having to work and build up a following like I did, they would rather jump on my shit and try to misdirect my audience. You create your own audience and get it popping and get you an audience, and you're free to talk about Abel's comments or whatever you want. And that's how that works. Everyone wants to come on your channel and run the show. It don't work like that. I can't I can't go to a club and tell them what they should be charging for the cover charge. Y'all got Trey Songz tonight? Y'all ain't gonna get Chris Brown? Like, this ain't your club. Go to a club where Chris Brown's at. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't run shit here. You just live here, like Denzel said. Wilder has murder in his right. I mean, listen, it's a good fight. No excuses if Wilder loses, if as long as it's fair and square, and if Ortiz loses. I mean, that's what we got to get back to boxing, where it's like I've seen like some of the most dramatic fights in recent memory, and there's always some alleged controversy. I'm tired of that. As long as nothing seems overtly like sinister or like fake or something, then let's just run with it. But yeah, a lot of people have, like I said, a lot of people, they watch boxing, but they don't watch it intently, like where they're studying. And I think a lot of people are impressionable, so they easily side with what other people say. Like someone else will offer a perspective, maybe even me, but other people too. And then they're quick to, oh, Wilder's so wild. But again, I asked the question earlier, I'll ask again. Name a time where Wilder started out the fight without, like, never hurt the person, keep in mind, and he was just swinging for the fences like that, like the wild shit that the super wild stuff, you know what I mean? What fight? He would have been knocked out. He would have been knocked out if he just opened the fight like that. Again, name somebody, please, if you watch Wilder's career like I have, tell me what fight he was doing that. Where he just came out, rah, 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 you know what I mean? He's throwing these crazy, wild haymakers. Isaac Chamberlain said that too, because he's a fighter and he sparred with Wilder, so he knows the deal. Again, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is what I want boxing fans to do. Like, I'm not trying to control how y'all think or brainwash y'all, but this is what I hope to happen with Ego's Army, at least on my channel, is question people. Like, all that wild, oh, Wilder's so wild. Again, ask questions. Like, I just ask a question, and I know there's some people who perpetuate that Wilder's so wild, and he's a bum, and he swings for the fences with no technique and all this shit. But question them and ask them for a legit answer. It's like when I was in school, if you used a quote from a book or you had a source, you have to, it's called a bibliography. You would have to cite your source. So that's all I'm asking. And notice nobody comes up, nobody steps up for the hot seats half the time. And when they do, it's foolishness. My question is, what fight did he just start out throwing wild, looping, crazy ass winging shots to get you out of there? I don't remember a fight like that. Audley Harrison, he did do it. Johan Duhaupas, he did do it. Gerald Washington, he did do it. Bermain Stavern too, he did do it. That's 4 fights where he did it, but he didn't open those fights. Like, he didn't just out of nowhere just do that first. He had these people hurt. J-Dog said it's about to go down. What happened? Ego is always on point. I'm just honest, and I just want to know what fight he just did that from the gates, because I think he would have been clipped by somebody if he just, because the whole that's the secret sauce. He does that after you're already fucked up, after you're already partially debilitated, and he finishes you off with that. That's different than coming out the gates doing that. You know what I mean? Because if you come out the gates like that, then and a person's fresh and alert and not hurt, then that's different. That's why when people say Wilder's a good finisher, it's because he is doing all that, and nobody's really surviving that onslaught at that point because they're already hurt. What don't you get about that? Like, okay, here's an example. This is I think this is a solid example. Check this out. If y'all want an analogy, an example, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? And smash the like button, people. If y'all want this analogy, can I get a hell yeah? All right, we'll make it interactive. What is the most dangerous big cat? Lion, tiger, puma? What do y'all think? And the answer with the person who or the first couple answers will rock with that. Tigers, lions, pumas. Okay, people are saying lions. Damn, someone took it back to the Mesozoic era. This is saber-toothed tiger. A hyena's not a cat. What? Do y'all go to school? Like, I mean, I'm not even being funny. That motherfucker said a hyena. How's a hyena a big cat? What? Y'all didn't graduate. You know what? I might do like a scholarship program, something like that, or you know, where people, I help them do night school, they get a GED on boxing. We'll charge it to the game. I'm talking about hyenas. They look like dogs. They don't even look like cats. But anyway, all right. Most of y'all said lions, so we're gonna run with lions. All right. Let's say I'm a hunter, and I'm in the wild. I have a rifle. I see a lion, a big ass lion, and he's running towards me. Pow! I shoot the lion. He doesn't immediately die from the shot, right? I walk up to him and I shoot him in the head. Pow! Right? 2 shots. Right? You can't just look at it like, oh, he just walked up to the lion and shot him in the fucking head. He has some fucking guts. And omit the fact that the lion was already mortally wounded or badly wounded and on the ground in pain before he walked up to the lion and blasted him in the head, right? That's a far cry from walking up to a lion from the jump with no wounds, no injuries, and you just walk up and clap him. Those are 2 different scenarios, people. You guys get what I'm saying? Those are 2 different scenarios. To shoot a lion and he gets hit in the ab and he's already hurt and he's like, I don't know. I guess that's what a lion sounds like to me when he's wounded, right? So the lion's on the ground bound. He's on the ground, he bleeding. I'm in the car, he on the ground, trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. What's that from? So you shoot a lion, he's dying, right? Then you walk up and clap him, shoot him in the head. That's completely different than just walking up to a lion and just be like, hey, close range and shooting him. Shout out to King Corleone. He got it. Jamie Foxx, I might need security. I'm on the ground. No, he on the ground. I'm in the car trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. That's a classic. It's a bitchalism. He said, you got to hear him. Bitch, you don't know what the fuck you fucking. Your hurt lion voice laughing. I don't know what a hurt lion sounds like. I don't even want to know. That motherfucker might come right. Oh, shit. But that's what Deontay Wilder does. You know what I'm saying? People keep acting like he just wild from the gates. But the real thing is, he's already has you wounded, and he just has to cap you off. He has to just give you that nightcap, that NyQuil, and then finish you off. That's different than just starting out like that. Like I said, you ain't just walking up to no lion and getting in its proximity, just walking up, hey lion, and then going to hit him close range. But if you already shot him and he's already wounded, dying, and he's on the ground, then you might be bold enough to do some shit like that. You know what I mean? Africa. Kumbaleisha. Ualaleisha. Kumbaleisha. Ualaleisha. And that's just in the airport. I watch too much comedy specials. It does smell like shit, doesn't it? That shit was hella funny. Y'all gotta watch that Jamie Foxx old school shit. That he's like, I don't know, but it smells like shit. It does smell like shit, doesn't it? So that's what people fail to realize when it comes to this whole Wilder situation. He's not just, you know what I mean, hitting you like Shanae from the jump. Your shit is Shanae and you on death's door. And then that's when he starts swinging for the fences and putting his all and might into them punches. If you watch the Stavern too, I was there live. And he was setting up everything with a jab. That's what set everything up. And then he yap with the 1-2 that dropped Stavern. Stavern was already badly hurt from that first 1-2. Yap. He got hit with the right, I think. And then he was already bad on bad legs. You probably see that. And Wilder standing over him like fucking Buju and shit. And then the rest was history. But he's not just coming out the gates doing that. Stavern looked like a whale. Listen, I've met Stavern. I've interviewed Stavern. The motherfucker's big. His hand is big. Pause. He's big. The fact that his legs were folded up in a flexible position, if you ever met him, he doesn't look like he would be that flexible. He's a big dude, 260, some shit like that, 6'4". Stop it. That was unnatural how he landed. And that was based on Wilder's power. Y'all got to study the game. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Ego? Teaching kids about Philly shell today. Shout out from Nevada. Shout out to Nevada, man. Ortiz is just as big as AJ. Well, Ortiz is a little bit smaller. He mass-wise, he's pretty big. But he's 6'4". Joshua's 6'6". So, I don't know. It should be a good fight. No excuses to the winner. Shout out to the winner, whoever wins. I fuck with Ortiz. My reasons for picking Wilder, I think he got momentum right now. He wants AJ in bigger fights. He wants recognition. He's been trying to get big fights and recognition. This is finally his chance to really prove himself with a name on his resume that no one can deny. Because in my opinion, belt or no belt, Ortiz is a tougher fight than Joseph Parker. Definitely. I'm not shitting on AJ versus Joseph Parker. It's a unification. It's a meaningful fight. I'm definitely going to tune in. But Ortiz is the... Listen, and see, this is the other thing. Wilder, a champion, he has more to lose fighting Ortiz than Joshua. Well, what I mean is this. If AJ beats Joseph Parker, he'll at least get a belt for doing it. So he'll have all the belts in the division except for Wilder's belt, right? If Wilder beats Ortiz, he gets no belt. So he definitely has the riskier fight because even though it's a dangerous fight, Ortiz doesn't, he's a boogeyman and all that, but he don't have no belt to offer. Joshua, at the very least, if he's in a tough fight that goes a distance, he gets a belt from it. If Wilder's in a tough fight and goes a distance and he wins, he don't get no belt. He just fought that dude. So, yeah, I'm not sleeping on Ortiz. I just think Wilder has the momentum, bit younger. He's just focused in the zone. A lot of people like, oh, Wilder's just, he's underestimating Luis Ortiz. But you guys have to understand, like, this is what I understand, man. Fighters like Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, they're not trash talking enough for these racist fans. Oh, the reason they are not selling like they should be in pay-per-view stars is because they're not trash talking. Well, Deontay Wilder's trash talking enough for two people, and then you still mad at that. So it's like, what can these fighters do, especially black fighters? What can they do to the point where you're appeased? Yeah, oh, Errol Spence needs to start trash talking. But then when Broner or Wilder trash talk, you call them classless. You know what I'm saying? It's just, there's no winning with those fans like that. There's no way to win. So Wilder's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. People, whoa, he's overlooking Ortiz. He's doing an interview with Showtime. You're not gonna train and overtrain and you know what I mean, train for 24 hours out of the day. Showtime's asking him questions and he's saying his 2 cents. Oh, after I knock out Ortiz, I'm on Joshua. You know what I mean? I'm coming for Joshua. What do you want him to say? Hey, we'll just wait and see what. He's confident. He thinks he's gonna beat Luis Ortiz. Either he's gonna be right or he's gonna be wrong. But so far he's been right. He's undefeated. He's knocked out everyone he's stepped in the ring with. You know what I mean? And he says, I'm not a person that just says something. If I say it, I mean it. And I intend to prove it. So until otherwise proven, if he loses, he loses. But until otherwise proven, we have to take his word for he means what he says, unless Luis Ortiz can play spoiler and put an end to that. But I don't understand how. Shut up! Stop talking about AJ. Don't talk about AJ. Like, focus on the guy in front of you. He's answering questions. What do you expect him to do? I think it's gonna be a difficult fight. I could lose via split decision. Maybe I'll get knocked. Why would he say that? Like, listen. See, I come from doing music and acting. Like I'm really into that. Like acting and I got headshots and doing music. And both of those industries, you can't really afford to not have any confidence in yourself or your abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like a great actor like Brad Pitt or Denzel Washington, they have to be able to sell that they can take on this role. Like Denzel has to be able to convey to Spike Lee that he can capture and embody what's his name? Malcolm. Oh, I just had a brain freeze. Malcolm X. You know what I mean? Oh, Spike Lee, I'm gonna do this movie. If Denzel Washington can't convince the director or the casting director or whatever that he can pull off this Malcolm X role, then he's not gonna get cast for it. You know what I mean? Same thing with music. Music, you have to be able to exude confidence. You have to be confident in your ability. You know what I mean? You're gonna be the rapper who doesn't believe in himself. Yeah, I mean, I got a car. It's all right. It got a lot of mileage on it. And I got a few pieces of jewelry. Hope you guys like it. You can't be no uncertain ass rapper. You know what I mean? I don't really do a lot of flossing. I'm a basic guy. I'm not really fly, but like you can't be. People want to hear like that. You know you ill and nobody's fucking with. Like just listen to like battle rappers. Battle rappers are the prime example of this. You know what I mean? There's so much confidence, whether it's fake, whether they're really scared, they exude a lot of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Listen to Cassidy when he battled Freeway. He was like, man, it's whatever, dog. We could bet whatever. He's like, you can do whatever, man. Like, it's confidence. You need that. You can't. What if Cassidy was about to battle Freeway and, hey, I'm from Philly. You from Philly and I don't really know. You might beat me and all that, but you can't do that. Cassidy has to be, man, you're not fucking with me, dog. You can bet whatever. It's whatever, dog. You ain't fucking with me. He has to be able to convey that. He can't be uncertain. So I don't understand what people expect from Wilder. Like, you want Wilder to be, I don't know. It's going to be a tough fight, Luis Ortiz. He might get me. What? So I don't really understand what people want. You want the trash talk? You don't want trash talk? What? Cassidy was like, I dare you, I double dare you, I triple dog dare you. Yeah, I remember that. He was like, I double dog, I triple dog dare you. My homeboys that air you. Hey, he was killing. He said, Watch got so many pebbles. He said, got so many pebbles, Bam Bam couldn't lift it up. He said, something, bland man sticking up. He said, ain't no pitching up, your whole soul lifting up. Cass got bars though. He said, and the white, how I made Lucci, them big rocks got him like Chris Rock when he played Pookie. That shit was hella funny. My strip prop. Cass undefeated in battle rap. Cass go hard. He got bars. Man, did y'all see Cass on that Vlad? Where is that Vlad? I don't know. Vlad be posting too much, so I don't know if I can find it. Yeah, Cass got a freestyle on Vlad. He was killing. Cassidy definitely lost to Meek though when they battled. Hell no. Cassidy had that Raid song that was like 9 minutes of bars, and that was way better than Meek's comeback song. You're tripping. That Raid killed Meek. You saying that because he in jail or some shit. That Raid was way harder than Meek's diss song. Meek barely even said nothing about Cassidy. What are you talking about? See, you one of them probably like mumble rap fans. Like, cause Meek be doing all that, like, I mean, free Meek and all that, but he just be doing that like yelling. Whoa! Happy immigration! Happy immigration! Like, no, Meek wasn't fucking with Cass. Philly and Philly go Philly. Meek actually kind of took PD Crack's flow, to be honest. One for PD Crack. PD Crack go ring ring. State property, y'all don't know about that shit. Who is this Loma dude? Bobby Shmurda better than Tupac. That motherfucker in jail. Please stop. He don't even have any new songs. Nah, Ego, Meek been rapping like that for... PD was out before Meek. What are you talking about? And when Meek was battle rapping, he didn't sound exactly like that. When he started doing tracks, he sounded more like that PD shit. I'm from Philly, bro. That's what's up. So, was PD out? Was PD a Philly factor before Meek Mill? Yes. So how can you could be from Philly or wherever, but how are you gonna say like no, he was rapping like that for a long time, but the guy was out before him. There was a guy out before him, so you don't know if that influenced his style. Yes, but they don't sound the same. Whatever, they sound the same to me. The Game got Beanie too. Yeah, he did, because he said you was supposed to throw up the rock, not smoke it or something. I was like, wow. Game can spit. Who's American Boy? Someone getting that hot seat? Okay. Okay, we got the hot seat. Who's American Boy? What did he say? I don't know. I thought y'all had a hot seat for me. Damn. I wish, what's the name? Breakfast Club. I wish they did cover boxing more. They would give Abel Sanchez the donkey of the day for that statement. He would definitely get the donkey of the day for that. Yeah, I definitely know hip hop. I don't know. But yeah, man, I just hope in boxing we can... I hope we can get to the part in boxing where we could just start being honest with each other. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's not fair to do what Abel did with that comment. Period. And you know what the crazy thing is? You're not even fighting a black fighter. You're not even fighting a black fighter. You did this just to, because it came up in context to what you said, just to shame Canelo's style. See, and to me, like, real talk, you gotta say, you gotta call it like it is. There's certain cultural, like, issues, we'll say, in society where just things happen, things are said or whatever. And I really feel what Abel said is kind of like code words, because there are a lot of, Floyd Mayweather, if we're being honest, Floyd Mayweather built the latter part of his career fighting a lot of Hispanic or Latino fighters. So there's a lot of Latino Hispanic fighters that like Floyd, but then there's also a lot that don't like him because he beat Hispanic and Latino fighters. De La Hoya, Canelo, right? A Latino fighter in Marcos Maidana, Robert Guerrero. You know what I'm saying? So to me, what Abel was doing is very underhanded, but it's code words. You know what I'm saying? He's basically, the fact that he brought race into it. Hey, you're into, oh yeah, Cotto, Puerto Rican. The fact that he's saying, hey, you enter the ring as a Mexican and you left as a black guy named Floyd Mayweather. To me, that was like, that's some skullduggery. That's some underhanded. You're trying to pander to and cater to the casual. Oh yeah, Juan Manuel Marquez, right? You're trying to cater to the casuals who hate Floyd. You know what I'm saying? And get them on your side. Yeah, that cherry picking bitch. You know what I mean? Floyd the runner, Victor Ortiz. You guys get it. You know what I mean? Ton. And that's what Abel Sanchez was doing, because again, there's been so many fighters in recent history that have done things that are shameful or taboo in boxing. But you relate Canelo's style to a black man, Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have said, oh, you came in the fighter as a you came in the fight as a warrior, but then when you felt the power, you checked out like Canelo. I mean, like Chavez Jr. did, and you weren't trying to win. Why didn't you compare him to a Mexican fighter? You know what I mean? You purposely compared him to Floyd Mayweather because you thought that would get, like, basically casuals that in all of, like I said, from years of the De La Hoya, Ortiz's, Marquez's, and beating Hispanics and beating Latino fighters, you thought that would appease them and they'd be like, yeah, we know exactly what you're talking about. You know what I mean? But it actually backfired, because shout out to La Raza. A lot of people that I know to be Mexican are riding and they're standing up like, hey man, you pushed it. That was doing too much. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing a lot of people that are saying, get off Canelo's back. Like, what are you talking about? Let him fight the style he wants. It's called boxing. So that's what I'm saying. Abel Sanchez kind of dug himself a hole because you thought people were going to ride with that, because, again, Floyd built his latter career on beating Hispanic, Latino fighters and his, you know what I mean, his big pay-per-views and stuff like that. So you thought people would be like, oh, haha, Canelo, you left as Floyd Mayweather. But you also forget Canelo is Mexican. Canelo is raza. You know what I mean? So they're not going to just ride with that just because you said it, especially for Golovkin. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the Mexican fans don't like Golovkin. There's a lot of Mexican fans that do like Golovkin. But it is not what you intended. You know what I mean? It didn't just, but again, this is what I'm talking about. When back in the day, before Mayweather and Pacquiao fought, you could say these types of things. Floyd waited 5 years. He's a cherry picker, but those same talking points don't really add up and work, especially since Floyd's retired. He's not really a threat to anybody. If anything, if he comes back, they're talking about him coming back for MMA. So, you know what I mean? Nobody's really looking at Floyd as an active fighter and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it didn't really work out. And then on top of that, you say something racially insensitive to black fighters. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure it didn't pan out And I'm sure if Abel Sanchez had a YouTube or a personal Instagram, he would be hearing it a lot more because people would be hitting him in the comment section, telling him like, "Hey, that was messed up, dog." So I don't think it planned out like he wanted to. But like I said, to me, that's code words. It's code words. You came in to fight as a Mexican, and you left as a chicken black, a runner black, Mayweather. Yeah. You thought that would rally the troops and get people like, oh shit, he left as Mayweather, and or force Canelo to fight some different style. It's too easy. Too easy. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna. Why would I knock anybody for using their full skill set? If you're an artist and you have, I don't even know what it's called, but you know the little, what is that round art, that art thing with the different things you can dip the color? I don't even know what it's called. Palette? What is that called? That little art tray with little circles and you dip the color. Palette. Okay, so I was right. So you have the little art palette, and you want to make a vivid, colorful piece of art, and you have 19 colors, and you're a great artist. Why would you not paint the picture with using as many colors in the palette as you can? Why are you going to only use yellow and green? You know what I'm saying? If you have all these colors in the palette, why are you going to use yellow and green only? And that's virtually what Team Golovkin is telling. And I was literally the first person on YouTube that I seen that called this out from immediately. As soon as I heard that Canelo is he came in as a Mexican and left as a black Mayweather shit. As soon as I did that, and did a video about it, and I explained where that was coming from and everything. Check the dates, check the timestamps. You know what I'm saying? And I told you what was happening, where that's coming from, and now you guys are able to see it. And that's code words. That's a way of trying to insult Floyd Mayweather. It's a way to try to clown Canelo and take away his Mexican manhood or whatever by calling him a runner. But it's not, again, it would be foolish for Canelo to have the ability and not use it off of what someone else said. You know what I'm saying? If you had, like, why doesn't anyone tell Amir Khan to turn his speed down, or Gary Russell Jr., or Ryan Garcia? Those guys are fast as fuck, but you never hear anyone to say, hey, stop pitching them fastballs. You know what I mean? If this is baseball. Only throw us over the plate balls. Pause. Stop using your fastball. You could do a changeup or a curveball. They don't tell you what pitches to fucking throw. You throw whatever is going to get the team out of there. If you pitch a shutout, you pitch a shutout. If you make the batting team look like shit at home, then they look like shit. Boxing is no different. If Canelo has the skill, if he has the defense, if he has the stamina to use his feet, use all that shit. Like I said, it's like a painter with 19 colors using 2 only. Why would you do that? Why would you only use 2 colors when you have all these other colors at your disposal? Shout out to Fidel Cashflow. Great analogy. He said, hey, Mike Tyson, don't knock me out. Just box me. Exactly. I mean, you can't tell another person how to fight. You know what I mean? Like Victor Postol versus Lucas Matisse. Matisse is strong as hell. Victor Postol used his height well, clinched a lot, clinched when he needed to, and he had a good jab and just overall good boxing fundamentals versus Matisse. So, you know what I mean? That was the best game plan for him to beat Matisse. And he did it via stoppage. He can't tell, hey, Matisse, T said can't tell Postal. Take one of these on your chin flush. Stop clenching me when we're getting close so I can close the distance on you. That's stupid. It doesn't make sense. It will never make sense. And that's what it is. The more Team Triple G talks about that style, the more weaker they sound. Yeah, you're basically like, that's what I'm saying. It's actually backfiring because if you're telling them, you're basically in effort complaining, and you're kind of telling them what your weakness is. Like, let's say I'm boxing someone and I'm like, jab, and I just keep jabbing them, and they're like, stop jab, and every time their heads rocking back, bow, and I'm like, get on my bike, and I'm jabbing them, and it's busting their nose, they're bleeding, and the guy's like, come on, stop jabbing me, pussy, and I'm like, yeah, and I just keep jabbing them, right? Their nose is leaking, they're saying, stop jabbing me, you pussy. Do you think I'm gonna stop jabbing? Or do you think I'm gonna keep doing it? I'm doing what's proven to be effective. Yeah. Stop jabbing me, you pussy. Come on. Toe to toe. This ain't the fucking 1900s and caveman fight to the death bullshit. 100 rounds. You ever seen Time Cop with Van Damme? And then he went back into the future to, like, I don't know, the 20s or 30s. And then the guy had one of them curly mustaches. And he's like, I once went 15 rounds with John L. Sullivan. And then Van Damme beat his ass. And he was like, I saw Tyson beat Spinks on TV. Yeah. I saw Tyson beat Spinks on TV. That's how Van Damme be talking. How you doing, partner? Ex-partner. Like, I once went 15 rounds with John L. Sullivan. Come on, put him up. Come on. That fucking brute force ass motherfuckers is like, I went 15 rounds. You know, some fighting Irish shit. 15 rounds with John L. Sullivan. You get them old school fighters was busted nose, their nose was all sideways and shit. Come on. Stop jabbing me, you fucking freak. Nose all broken and shit. I went 15 rounds with John L. Sullivan. Get the fuck out of here with that old ancient barbaric Conan the Barbarian ass fucking 100 rounds of pain, doomsday ass shit. 15 rounds with John L. Sullivan. I saw Tyson beat Spinks on TV. Van Damme whooped your ass. Van Damme beat your ass. He beat your ass. That move, man. I saw Tyson. Van Damme used to do the splits for no reason. I saw Tyson. Yeah. Like, why are you doing the split? It don't matter what movie. It would be a romantic comedy. Van Damme. Yeah. What? Like, you proposed doing the splits? Really? That was unnecessary. But yeah, I mean, it just sounds stupid. Like, and listen, this is why it sounds really stupid to me too, is put Golovkin in there with Andre Ward, right? Put Konstantin Ponomarev in there with Errol Spence Jr. And tell Konstantin Ponomarev, I went 15 rounds with John L. Sullivan. Come on with that do that machista, macho shit, rah Mexican, do that. Mexican style Errol Spence Jr. Konstantin Ponomarev. I want to see that. Call Ocampo, say, I'm gonna pay you step aside money. I'm going Mexican style with Errol Spence Jr. Sincerely, Konstantin Ponomarev. See, that's what I'm saying. Too many people, they do it when it's convenient for them. When Triple G was in there, David Lemieux, he was boxing off the jab. Why don't you be like, hey, Lemieux, come on, put her up. I went 15 rounds with John L. Sullivan. Give you a knuckle sandwich. Get the fuck out of here with that. Old ass. I'm giving you to the count of 10 to get you filthy, yellow, no good keister off my property. 1, 2. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Get the fuck out of here, old ass Chicago. I'm the boss, see? Nyah, nyah, nyah. Like, mobster ass shit, old ass shit. Nobody fights like that no more. They got those cryo stations and stuff with different sports science ways to recover, and you trying to teach people to fight like a caveman. Get out of here. Mexican style or nothing. I won 15 rounds with John L. Sullivan. I saw Tyson beat Spinks on TV. And then when you wonder what you be talking to these boxers, they be all fucked up and punch drunk. What happened to all Mexican style and shit? I'm not with that. Boxers be like, yeah, FIFA for fun. I wasn't really hurt, but my tooth is gone. Like, get the fuck out of here. And see, Canelo, he probably trying to fuck bitches, so he don't want to get all beat up. You know what I mean? Canelo, I was born already. He don't want to get, so he go be in there and try to use his defense, like whatever he learned from Mayweather, he gonna be trying to use that, because after he's trying to go to the club and do the Dougie and be fucking with bitches and shit. He's not trying to be all mutated looking and eye all swollen and knocked to the side and shit. Fuck out of here. Canelo, do your thing. I know you be pulling. I was born ready. That's what he be in the bedroom. Oh shit. I was born ready. Oh. Guadalajara. Oh. Fuck out of here. You want Canelo's face? Oh shit. Like Antonio Margarito. His eye is gonna fall out. Like, no joke. And he still wants to fight. Keep in mind. Y'all laugh at Forrest Whitaker. His eye. Margarito's eye. He's the Mexican Forrest Whitaker. Because his eye is damn near finna fall out. And he's still trying to fight. But he's a warrior. Mexican style. Like, come on, man. Let me see if I can find Margarito's eye. That shit look treacherous. You want Canelo to fight like that. Okay. And see, this is what I'm saying. Brandon Rios just got knocked out. Nobody's like, oh, what's his next move when he's come back? He's Mexican style as it gets. He's actually Mexican, Mexican-American, warrior in and out of the ring. But his career is not preserved really for the long run. You know what I mean? Like, is it, like, put it this way. Who's trying to see Brandon Rios versus Errol Spence? People be like, what? You're fucking crazy. I see. Y'all think I'm joking. Mexican style. Look at his eye. I told you, Mexican Forrest Whitaker. Look at his eye, bro. Look what Pacquiao did to his shit. These look like, I gotta go to the laundromat because the washer is broke. These look like coin slots at the laundry machine. You know, where you just put all them quarters. Like, come on, man. This is what y'all want all fighters to look. I mean, salute to the guys that are doing this, but this is what y'all want. Look at his eye. Who is he looking at? Remember the dude from Scary Movie 2? I'm gonna show y'all. That Wayans brother. Watch. Look, remember this face. There's this dude that had these weird eyes. Hold on. On Scary Movie. Hold on. Look. His shit don't look like this. This what you want? Is this what you want? Oh my God. Bro,
This is Margarito shit right now. Look. And it, y'all good with this. This is what y'all want all fight. You want Canelo. I ain't cause burn ready. You want him looking like this. Okay. Look at his eye, bro. Look. That shit's not. I feel bad, man. Like this. Look, this is an old picture. Oh, maybe. No, I don't know if that's an old picture. Because his eyes still look messed up. That's not good, man. Look. This is what y'all want? This just look like Seth Brundle on The Fly, Jeff Goldblum. Like, come on, man.
Like, again, these guys are valiant warriors. I give them that. They hang tough, but not everyone's trying to look like that at the end of a fight. I'm sorry. He don't look like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly? Oh.
Really? That shit look like a vagina.
You know something? Yeah, motherfucker, come here, let me put my dick in your eye, motherfucker. Somebody gonna confuse that with the... Man, that look nasty to me. Let me put the chip in, Eric Morales, come on. Why are you playing? Like, this is my eye, this is not a vagina. Fuck you, me. Look, this is what Abel's trying to do. Hey, Canelo, fight us. I'm not even trying to rogue, but fight us till you look like this, bitch. Fight us like this. Let Golovkin shit do this to your shit. That's all I'm saying. Let Golovkin hit you with his best. What's that song? Hit me with your best shot. Like, come on. Canelo, look, this is what you want? Hey, I'm looking at crazy pictures right now. Oh my God, this is what y'all want. Mexican style. Look, Mexican style. Oh my God, this is what y'all want. Oh, hey, why'd they add this? He ain't even a boxer or shit. See, let me stop before y'all get civil rights and animal rights and all the human rights groups on me. I don't even know why they put this picture. He ain't even a boxer. I don't even know how this came up. But hey, Google tripping. Look, fight Golovkin like a man, you pussy. So you look like. Look, what is it? Is it milk that? What is up with this? What is up with Hasim Rahman? That man got ass injections on his forehead. Fuck you mean? Like, what is this? His forehead in his third trimester. Fuck you mean? But this is what the fans want. They don't want, as Abel said, they don't want sweet science. They want you looking like this. Who is, like, bro, look, what is this? Is this an eye? This shit look like a Teletubby mouth. I think it's a Teletubby. What are them ones? Hold on. Somebody got a mouth like this. Hold on. I'm going to find it too. I think it's Teletubby. Remember that look. Some cartoon character or whatever. Furby. That's what the shit is. Look. That's a Furby. Look. Boom. I showed y'all. They got a Furby mouth. That's what his eye was looking like out here. And this is what Abel said. Look, I'm going to show y'all again. Look. Furby. That shit a beak. It turned to a beak. Come on, fight us. Toe to toe, motherfucker. Stop being a pussy, bitch. Look. This is what every fight needs to look like. Like, come on. This is what boxing, come on. Y'all want everyone to look like Berto after Guerrero. Berto look like he looking at the menu, like, let me get you know, when you have to drive through, you drunk and shit, you can't even decide what you want to order. Let me get you squinting, looking at the menu, came back from the club drunk as fuck, you know what I mean? let me get a
2 tacos. Let me get let me get a look in there. This is what I'm gonna promote. Let me get in a large Mountain Dew. Let me get look. White people are always happy. Look at Chris. Hey guys. Hey dude. White people be happy and shit. Cause they ain't getting killed by the cops. How Chris Algieri's a cool dude. Like, how is he this happy to look like this? You know that hurts. He's like, I still got my degree, dude. Still got my master's. Tough fight though. Congrats to Ruslan. Cool dude. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start covering boxing. This is how I'm gonna start. If you don't look like this, look. This is the time. What is? What is this? Is he even a Is he even a boxer? Oh my God! Who is this? Is this? Oh my God, is this a boxer? Oh my, I'm crying. Who is this dude? A little more on the oxygen. Can you put me up a couple milligrams? Who the fuck is this? What happened? Oh my gosh. This is boxing. This is true boxing. Oh my God, is this a box? Oh my gosh, y'all got me sounding like Heath Ledger's the Joker. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Who is this? Hey, if the boxer ain't looking like this. If the boxer don't look like this, I ain't trying to see the fight. That's what y'all want? I need carnage, motherfucker. I need all my boxers looking like this at the end. If they don't look like if they don't look like this at the end, they didn't box. Fuck you mean. Look, I need this. I need blood. Look at Lana. Look at Edison. That motherfucker got a Beats by Dre headphone surgically implanted in his temple. That motherfucker got a Beats by Dre headphone. Like, I can listen to my music 24/7. I got this shit surgically implanted in my. What Lotta fight is this? Is this Eric Molina? Hey, and this motherfucker got a Cuban defense, and his shit was still. Oh my gosh. What is it? What is that? I don't remember that in the Paul Williams fight. Oh my God. Look at Fernando. Canelo better look like this at the end of the Golovkin fight. Or it's not a real fight. Mexican style for life. I need Canelo looking like this, man. This is what y'all want. Look. Fuck the sweet science, man. Nope. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm telling you, because I want to set the example right now. Who is this? I want this. Canelo better be Canelo better be in there looking like this. And Golovkin, I want to see heads will roll. Look, it looked like a dog. You know when your dogs stick his mouth out the window while you driving? Like this is how I need my boxing to look from now on. All these black fighters ain't doing it for me. They ain't getting hit enough. I need to see this. That motherfucker Pacquiao hit him so hard, he turned to another ethnicity. He don't even look Mexican right now. He looked like a different ethnicity to me. He looked like Kamagai or some shit. Like, I believe I hit him in the eye so much he turned to a new motherfucker. Like, what did Pacquiao do to him? He doesn't even look. He kept coming, so I hit him and I hit him again. I continued to hit him till his eye looked like Coinstar. I did it for my people. My people. No yoga. Yoguzi. Yaguza. That motherfucker, he turned him into Kama guy. I know Yaguzi. Pacquiao was tripping. I beat his ass so bad he does not look like the same person. Anyway, this is how I need. Listen, this is how I need my boxing. Damn, he happy he whipped Margarito's eye out. Look, who is Margarito even getting knocked down by? Like, what's happening right now? This is real boxing. This is true boxing, people. Oh my gosh. Look at it. Look at this. He's like, cool, mom's making bagel bites. Yeah. Oh my, yup. Polly. Everybody, look. Who is this right now? What's happening? Hey, what's up with them? This look like an LGBT couple or something. Who is, like, why? What's up with this? He knocked you out. Why y'all friends like this? He's like, hey, I want to meet you. I want you to meet my partner, Dave. Looking ass motherfucker. This picture scares me a little bit. I'm just gonna be real. And Sergio Martinez is one of my favorite fighters, but I don't know. This picture. Look at him. He looks like he just got custody of his kids and shit. Beat the court case. Someone said that's a deep V-neck. That's a C-section V-neck. Hell no. Fuck you mean? Nah, I'm just fucking around, having fun with these boxers. It's all love though. Look, this is. I need to see these fighters looking like this, man. He look like a raccoon. This is what y'all want. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm crying. That shit is so funny. Hold on. Y'all got me tripping. But that, I mean, I guess that's what people want, according to Abel. Oh, fuck. My cheeks hurt from laughing, pause. This is the second funniest live stream I've been on. I can't remember. Was the Tyrese? Oh my gosh. No, don't say my baby. Fuck. But anyway, yeah, man. Canelo, do your thing. Don't worry about these motherfuckers. If you lose, you lose. But fight your fight. That's all I'm saying. I don't care who. That's the thing. I don't care who wins. I just want to see people fight the best styles, the best. You know what I mean? Fight your fight. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Y'all got me dying out here. It's hot. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Pacquiao wasn't playing with Margarito's fucking eye.
But I guess, like I said, that according to Abel, that's what y'all want. So that's what I'm gonna give you on my channel. Cause I'm the people's champ. I'm trying to give y'all what y'all want. And people say fuck the sweet science, right? It's all about you want to see people get hurt. Shit, you want to see people get hurt, turn on the news. You feel me? Abel an idiot. Oh my gosh. I gotta calm down because that whole sequence of shit was funny. All them pictures. Wow. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's what people want. If y'all didn't see it, catch it on the replay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you can't control how another person chooses to fight. So, and see, like, this is the thing. If y'all want me to break it down, like, it's too mathematical. If y'all want me to break it down, can I get a hell yeah? Drop it in the comment section. Can I get a hell yeah? I got another good point for y'all. If y'all want me to, can I get a hell yeah, people? Okay. Explain, like, we'll do a hot seat. We can do whatever, dog. Why do people fight certain fighters, right? And then after, when they fight in a style that doesn't suit their fighter or themselves if they are the fighter, they always play surprised. For example, Robert Guerrero, after he fought Floyd Mayweather, Ruben was like, he ran, bro. You guys like this guy? Woman beater? He ran like a chicken, bro. Like, so out of watching Floyd's recent career and 20 years in the sport, you didn't think he was going to use his legs? You know what I'm saying? Knowing that Canelo is the smaller man moving up and you're this monstrous puncher and you have a great jab, you thought Golovkin was going to just walk you down and Canelo was going to stay there and not... I mean, Canelo was using his defense versus Miguel Cotto. Cotto was way smaller looking than Golovkin, and he was way smaller looking than Canelo, right? So my thing is, what are you planning for? Like, you know what I mean? In training, you just thought you really thought Canelo wasn't going to use his defense when he used his defense versus Cotto, who was smaller than Golovkin and is not hitting as hard as Golovkin. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. That makes no sense that you're like, oh, Canelo's a liar. He said he was going to just sit there and trade. Like, so you just prepare for that and only that. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why these teams and fighters, why they act super surprised that the fight looked harder or they didn't look as impressive or whatever, or their opponent didn't do what they did. I don't understand that. Like, hey, Canelo, you lied to us. So all's fair in love and war. You really think these fighters are going to give you their blueprint up front? I'm going to stand there and trade with you, even if I'm hurt. I'll never take a step back. I'm going to throw vicious bombs, hooks, and a few body shots. I'll minimize my jab. You think they're going to just outline everything they're going to do? Do you know what I'm saying? And then these teams always act so surprised. Canelo, he didn't fight us toe-to-toe. Did you think he was using defense on a smaller Cotto? So you thought he was not going to use defense on a stronger, bigger Golovkin? Like, it blows my mind. So that, to me, it shows it's a cop-out. Because you have to have considered the fact that Canelo, you know, he's Mexican, so I'm going to take him for his word. He says he's going to knock us out and toe-to-toe, so he must mean it. Even if Canelo intended, and this is what I'm talking about with adjustments. Even if Canelo intended to knock out Golovkin, and what if he was like, whoa, Golovkin, he's faster than what I remember, or he hits harder than I remember, he hits harder with no headgear, then things change. So maybe he's like, okay, I have to go back to boxing. You think he's just gonna have one game plan, and no matter what Canelo feels in there, it's gonna stay that game plan. That's not even fighting. That's, if you can't make no adjustments, then you're toast. You know what I mean? Because I've seen great fights. Floyd Mayweather versus Zab Judah. Floyd had to adjust like a motherfucker because Zab Judah was definitely beating him early. Ward Kovalev won. Ward had to make adjustments, right? He got knocked down. That's a major adjustment needed just off of that. You know what I mean? So I don't understand why these trainers and fighters act all like bewildered. Oh, he didn't even fight us like he was fighting to knock out. What if he wanted to knock you out and then Golovkin was stronger or better than he remembered, so it changed the plan? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why it doesn't make sense that you just plan for one version of this fighter, and you thought they were, no matter what, if it's working, if it's not working, they were just gonna stick to that game plan. You know what I mean? Like David Lemieux after the Billy Joe Saunders fight, he's talking about, oh, if he wants to achieve his victory by running, then that's his deal. If he wants to run, if that's how he chooses to win. Like, so you just thought Billy Joe Saunders was gonna be in there like trying to bang with you, even if it wasn't working, he was just gonna do that, feel your power, and just keep doing it. Like, come on, what are you guys, like, what are fighters training for? Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but I don't understand why fighters act surprised. The whole thing is, even if you're doing, like, let's say Canelo came out and he's like, man, I'm gonna knock this mother. I was born ready. I want to knock Golovkin out, right? And then he's seen it was harder to do. You think he's still going to press the knockout instead of waiting for the knockout to come, when even though he knows that it's going to be hard to knock him out, or Golovkin is hitting hard, or he has a excellent jab? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. That's called one-dimensional, where no matter what, you're all like Ruslan Provodnikov. As much as I love to watch his fights, he's one-dimensional, meaning no matter what, he's fighting the same way. He's gonna keep fighting the same way. Make sure y'all type a comment if y'all hear me, because the comments once again have paused. This thing keeps pausing. I'm glad y'all can hear me. I'm back. But my whole thing is this. Even if a fighter intends to press for the knockout, if they don't see that opening, then they're going to just get back to what is working or what they adapt to. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So it makes no sense for fighters to be so shocked. Hey, like Abel's like, oh, hey, Canelo said he was going to knock us out, and he didn't even fight us to knock us out. What if he was trying to knock you all out, and then he seen it wasn't as easy as he thought, so he switched his game plan? Again, if he didn't do those things, he would be one-dimensional. So you're going to keep doing this. This is what I'm saying when I talk about, like, when Abel's saying no one cares about sweet science and stuff like that. Are you guys here? Can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me, put a comment. Because the comment keeps freezing. Or the chat. Okay. Y'all can't hear me. Man, this thing keeps freezing and it looks like glitching. But my whole thing is, you're there to make adjustments. So even if you anticipated fighting someone one way, if that is not working, you're going to hopefully switch your tactics. And if you don't, then that means you're one-dimensional. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Canelo might have went into the fight with every intentions of pressing for the knockout, but once he sees it's not available, or Golovkin's stronger or has a better jab than he anticipated, then maybe he switches to another, like, I'm just gonna box him. You know what I mean? So I don't understand why these trainers act so surprised that the person is only they're not pursuing the one game plan that they told them about. You know what I mean? That would be stupid. For example, if you rewatch it, Mayweather versus Canelo, their fight. Mayweather came out trying to bully Canelo a bit. You know what I mean? Canelo was like 23. He probably didn't think Canelo was as good and strong as he was. He wasn't as good of a counterpuncher. So if you watch the first 2-3 rounds, Floyd Mayweather had to let off the gas because he came out mad aggressive to fill the water. You know what I mean? More aggressive than he would against Cotto. Cotto's proven. he would prove him probably even more than like a guy like Canelo. Canelo had 40 some odd fights with no in prime real big names except for Austin Trout. You get what I'm saying? So Floyd Mayweather, watch that fight again. Watch the first 3 rounds, and you'll notice Floyd came out aggressive on Canelo, but Canelo was trying to clip him. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to catch him with the hook, and Floyd probably feel certain punches wincing by and grazing by and stuff like that. So he got back to his boxing and set everything up, and then he started taking over once he seen what Canelo was about and what Canelo had to offer. But he wasn't gonna just keep trying him all night, trying to be super aggressive when when it wasn't. Canelo was trying to time him and trying to knock his block off in those first 2-3 rounds, right? Because those are the only rounds that Canelo even did good in. You know what I mean? So Floyd's being a smart boxer. He's not going to just keep doing that all night until he gets knocked out. You know what I mean? Or until he knocks his opponent out. That's not stupid. I mean, that's not smart. So that's my whole point. Abel's like, oh, you told us you were going to sit there and trade and fight to get a KO. Maybe he was trying to get that, and then it wasn't coming easy, so he got back to just a game plan, switching up, switching gears. Why would you keep doing something that's not working? It makes no sense to me at all. I'm trying to think of an example that I could give y'all. Let's say, let's try this one out. King of analogies. Let's say you have a mid-sized car. You're in a parking spot at a concert. You find one parking spot that's very compact and very tight. And let's say you come in at an angle and it doesn't look like you're gonna make it. It doesn't look like you're gonna be able to turn into that narrow, compact parking spot. You get what I'm saying? You're not at the right angle. So are you going to force it and keep forcing your car, which is larger in size, mid-size, to fit into this compact parking spot, even though you're not at the right trajectory, you're not at the right angle? You're going to keep and then potentially scrape the paint off of your car and hit the car next to you? Are you going to do that? Or are you going to maybe put in reverse and then come in wider and then turn into it, or find another parking spot? That's just like boxing. You know what I mean? You could keep trying what's not working, and you're bound to hit the car next to you if you come in and you don't have enough room to turn in. You guys get what I'm saying? You don't have enough room to turn into that compact of a parking space. So you have a couple options. Just say fuck it and force it and keep doing what's not working, and then fuck up your car and fuck up the car next to you, and you know what I mean, scrape paint off, or be so close where you can't even get out of the car, right? Or you can back up, try it again, maybe come in wider, or you can leave and try to find another parking spot. That's just what boxing is. You don't keep doing what's not working for you, and the people who do that are one-dimensional. And usually, if they're fighting the right person, the people who are doing that get fucked up and lose and or knocked out. What time is it? Oh shit, let me get off here. I didn't know it was 9:30. Holla at me, man. But yeah, man, we gotta just start asking questions in this boxing game. Don't just accept stuff. Make sure we get some last minute likes. Follow the channel. More videos, more content, more everything. We coming. Ego's army, stand up. Sugar Ray adjusted against Hearns and won. I mean, this boxing at the highest level, you have to. You have to adjust. And it's going to be interesting to see who makes the adjustments. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't think Canelo is naive enough to fall for these obvious ploys by Team Golovkin. Hey, fight our fight. Stop being scary. you little runner. You fight like a black guy. You fight like Mayweather, you pussy. He's not gonna fall for that. I mean, it'd be foolish to fall for that. You know what I'm saying? Much love from Dallas. Shout out to D-Town. Dallas, baby. Oh, speaking of Dallas, thank you for bringing that up. Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to Texas. I gotta say this. Y'all gotta be really, and I talked about this, but we could do a hot seat right now before I get off of here. People, this is one of the things I detest in boxing and loathe is that people know what's going on in the boxing, that follow boxing, and they still say these like snarky comments that they know aren't true. I'm seeing a few people. See, and new media is taking over. Like, you see it. You see the channels that are popping, and you see who's not popping. Anybody could see it, right? New media is taking over, but we still have some scragglers. They still here, clinging on, barely breathing, looking for signs of life, worried about what new media is doing, worried about other people's videos. I mean, the usual. This is what they do. All the bum-ass channels, they worried about what's popping. Like, oh, Dante, your ego, the LDBC, they keep talking. Why do you care? Why do you care about what any of these motherfuckers are doing that are all doing better than you? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. But they need us. They need the people who are doing well to be relevant. You know what I'm saying? No, the fucking black channels, all of the black channels keep talking about Abel and talking. Why do you care? Why do you care what anybody's talking about other than you? You should be worried about your numbers. You should be worried about a game plan. How are you going to touch 1 million views in a month or better? When's the last time you did that? Worry about that. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Worry about getting your channel popping like these other channels who are popping, you know what I mean? Who do have a following. Instead, see, I see it. You know what I mean? I'm not dumb. I see what people do. They put stupid ass titles. Fucking boxing ego proven wrong. What a faggot. The LDBC sucks. The LDBC sucks. Fuck you guys. You know what I'm saying? But you got to ask yourself. People that always bring up other people, you got to ask yourself, what is there to gain? There's an old acronym in the military. It's called WIFM. What's in it for me? Why do you care about what the next group of videos or the next person or whatever is doing? And why are you more concerned with what they're doing than what you're doing? WIFM. What's in it for me? Back to our regularly scheduled program. I got to talk about this. Errol Spence Jr. People, they know what the situation is. They know who he's called out. They know who he hasn't been able to get a fight with, and they still play dumb. Oh, fuck. Errol Spence, he just wants to fight Carlos Ocampo. Who the fuck is that guy? Who is Carlos Ocampo? I don't know Carlos Ocampo. I barely even know Carlos Jr. The fuck are you talking about, man? You know why Errol Spence Jr. is fighting Carlos Ocampo. For one, not too many welterweights seem to want to fight him. That's a fact. You know what I mean? He's been mentioned for the future. But does Keith Thurman look like he wants to fight him this year? He's already told you. Not going to happen, baby. 2018, not going to happen. You're going to have to wait, baby. If this is my Mayweather-Pacquiao type fight, then we got to let it build up. He's already told us that. Sean Porter said, I wasn't worried about these guys 3, 2, 1 years ago. I'm not worried about them. Terrence Crawford, he's the only one that's kind of really like gung-ho to fight anyone, but then we have to worry about, will his promoter let that happen? You get what I'm saying? So, potential Cold War with A-side fighters, both facing each other in their prime. Will that happen? Not Terrence Crawford versus John Molina Jr. or Terrence Crawford versus Felix Diaz, because Felix Diaz is not as notable. He's a good win for Terrence Crawford, but he's not a name like Keith Thurman. He's not a name like Errol Spence. You get me? So we know that. We know Danny Garcia, does he really want to fight Errol Spence? Amir Khan has entertained it, but he's still got to get past Phil LaGreco and he's talking about getting like 2 tune-up fights before the Errol Spence, but he said he would love to fight Thurman or Errol Spence later. So realistically, who wants it with Spence now? Mikey Garcia. He's talking about, I'm calling out Errol Spence, right? He's saying I'm calling out Errol Spence Jr., and that's what I'm looking forward to at 147. But at the same time, his brother is saying we don't like that fight. And that's his trainer. He still has to get past Lipinets at 140, and he's not talking about immediately fighting Errol Spence Jr., right? He's not talking about that. He's talking about having Lipinets fight, Linares fight, and then fighting, what's the name? Errol Spence, maybe. And then this is the other thing. Mikey Garcia recently said I think lightweight is my true weight, the weight I should be at. You get what I'm saying? So does he really want to fight Errol Spence in June? No. He just told you. Lipinets, Linares, and then Errol Spence. And then now he's done a recent interview where he says, I think I should be at lightweight. That's my weight. So, you know what I mean? Y'all, who's Carlos Ocampo? Plus, it's a mandatory. Y'all didn't care when Golovkin was fighting Dominic Wade, did you? Even though y'all care that Triple G, his mandatory might be Jamal Charlo, and you're finding reasons against that. But now, Errol Spence, after traveling to the UK and beating someone for a belt in their backyard, then taking a tough veteran like Lamont Peterson, making it look easy, not in his backyard, now he don't deserve a hometown fight that satisfies a mandatory obligation? Come on, man. See, this is what I'm saying. This shit is too easy. Why is Errol Spence? Because it's the usual suspect, PBC detractors, Heyman haters, Errol Spence. Oh, look at his nipples, man. Who is Carlos Ocampo? Who is that guy? Really? So after his last 2 performances, he doesn't deserve a hometown fight. He can't fight his mandatory, which the IBF ruled. If you don't like Carlos Ocampo, write a letter to Lindsay, right? The chairman of the IBF, and ask him who the fuck Carlos Ocampo is and why he is ranked as the highest person in the IBF. Chris Price, $5 super chat, Shmoney Gang, says this is the tune-up era, LOL. No, I don't think it is. People like Deontay Wilder is not trying to take a tune-up. He's trying to go for a Joshua Parker winner. Right? Errol Spence is not trying to take tune-ups. He's trying to fight the big dog, but he can't get him, so of course he's going to fight his mandatory. So that just settles that. I mean, Errol Spence is deserving of a fight like that, and it's a mandatory. So again, if you don't like it, ask the IBF why they ranked this dude. You know what I mean? People mad at Errol Spence. Like, this boxing game is so crazy, man. I seen comments, Errol Spence is a cherry picker. He didn't pick nothing. The IBF ordered this. The IBF ranked this dude. You think Errol Spence is putting his reading glasses on? Like, who's rated number 3 in my division? Yeah, let's pick Carlos Ocampo out of Mexico. That'll be my mandatory. What the fuck are y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? Do you think Errol Spence is doing that? Like he's just in his DeSoto, Texas office picking who his mandatory is? That what y'all think is happening? So how you gonna say Errol Spence is a cherry picker, despite his last two fights on paper weren't no cherry picks? Ego, you notice how Angel Garcia wants to see Spence versus Crawford? Seems like he wants them guys to do the heavy lifting, clear the path for his son. Boxing is a business, you already know. You know what I mean? People want other people to get battered and bruised and beat up, just like the Black Murderers roll. Y'all fight each other, and then I'll probably fight the winner after you guys get banged up and eliminate the other people. You know what I mean? You go through the wars while I remain scot-free. Cherry picker is the most overused phrase in boxing. Some fans straight stupid. That's what I'm saying. And despite the fact that Errol Spence just fought in January, he's going to fight in June again. You see, shout out to Money Pal the third. He said this perfectly in the stream earlier. He says you can't please a hater. And same thing with the races. You can't please them. You can't please a hater. You can't please someone who's racist and is never going to give the person credit, because the same people that are like, who's Carlos Ocampo, are the same motherfuckers that are like, PBC, they're doing it all wrong. They're not keeping their fighters active. What is Al Heyman doing? He's not keeping these guys active. People, that's why they're not pay-per-view stars, man. Because they're not fighting. Okay, well, Errol Spence, y'all mad about fighters, allegedly mad about fighters fighting one time a year. Errol Spence just fucking fought in January of this year, and he's gonna fight again in June, knowing he's pretty much avoided by the top welterweights as of right now, as of next, and y'all mad at that. I thought y'all wanted activity. You're not. If you fight 3 times a year, they're not all gonna be like straight killers like Terrence Crawford, Danny Garcia, Keith. You know what I mean? Nobody's really fighting 3 times a year where all of them are straight up the top 5 guys in the division. And again, this is a mandatory. So either way, these dudes are trapped. Oh, Al Heyman's, he's just making his fighters. That's why his stars aren't stars. They're only fighting 1 time a year. Well, Errol Spence is trying to do more than that. He's trying to remain active, and through no fault of his own, he can't get the top-notch fights in the division. He's trying to fight a mandatory that IBF set forth, but you call Errol Spence the cherry picker. The IBF did it. This is who they ranked. This is their belt, and this is who they set forth for him. So how is this an Errol Spence Jr. thing? I'm out. Let me know what y'all think. This was a good stream. Make sure you'll smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.